Good morning. Hello.
Hey,
We're live on the internets.
are we?
We
Oh
are.
shit! I
Oh,
got
God.
my Twitch sound on, so I heard all of us. Cool. What's up? Why are y'all here? Good morning.
Yeah, there's 11 of you here
Yeah.
as of now. What are you doing?
Morning.
What are you doing here?
Time to cause problems.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Shopping
What you shopping for,
already.
Faye?
It's like
Shopping this early in the morning?
no, it's like
Faye's in the
it's
UK.
like
Oh yeah, that's right.
4
That's right.
o'clock
That's
over
right.
there.
It's like, yeah, it is 4.
I had a dream I was in Germany, but I couldn't figure out what my time was relative to Chicago time, and it really freaked me out.
What are you doing in Germany?
So no, like I was. I remember weird pieces of the dream. Like I had like a Twitch set up at the end, like at the end of like a grocery store's checkout line, and like it was weird, and I was just like, I don't know why this is happening.
You were just
But can
Twitch
I get
streaming from a
Yeah.
from a cashier
I mean,
line?
IRL
Yeah.
streams are a thing, but that's a little bit far.
And nobody minded until like Jay snatched a receipt from the lady whose line I was in. And I was like, why did you do that? Now they're gonna take down my stream. And they took down my stream. And then I remember I was like driving on the Autobahn in a busted car, but I was like, this is a good time. I don't know what my subconscious is trying to tell me.
I think it's time for a trip to Germany, I guess. And just do
I don't even know nobody in Germany. Like, at
You
least
better-
if it were the UK, I'd be like, okay, I know a couple of people in the UK, but yo, that kind of sounds baller. Like, yo, I know a couple of people in the UK. I know some people abroad. All right, like if I go to London, I still get your cap.
time to just reach out to get new friends in Germany.
Well,
Anyway.
it's not like when I made friends that were in the UK, I was trying. I was just like, hey, you seem cool. They're like, what's up, bruv? And I'm like, oh, that's not American.
Anyways, welcome to Morning Ritual. This is our TTRPG talk show. But now it's actually Noir's Dream Diary.
Yeah, it's Noir's travel vlog now.
I am your host, Anita, down there.
That's me. I'm the other host. I'm I'm totally cognizant of everything that's happening right now. Faye feels attacked. I should clarify, Faye has never once called me bruv. And that makes me a little sad because I'm like, I feel like that's gangster shit.
Yeah.
He's also Scottish, so it's a different.
Oh,
sort
well,
of
yeah,
slang.
then you're good. You don't have to hit me with a bruv, but Susie, not one bruv. not one in it.
Oh my
I
God.
want that.
Yes, the term of endearment up there is.
Say it. No, you say it. Don't you be a coward. Commit. Fucking coward. Make me sick. Say it.
I'm not
Say
condoning
it.
this at all. Just
The term of endearment in Scotland is cunt. There you go. Are you happy now?
Well, we've been canceled.
Yeah.
oh man. Of course it's
And we
this
have
stream that
our
would get
illustrious
canceled.
guest today. AKA Who's Your Kid? Tell
Hi.
us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, I'm AJ, also known as Who's Your Kid. You've seen me around here a lot for about a year.
In fact, it has been over a year since the first time you appeared on the channel.
Almost exactly a year.
Wow.
Since
It's like we planned this, but we totally didn't.
We
And
totally planned.
I'm gonna need the chat to stop flirting with our guest today.
Excuse
yeah,
me.
please stop harassing our guest.
Keep going.
Crochet
Keep doing it.
old woman.
Keep gassing me up. Just real quick. Just hey, how's it going? You want to go get drinks later?
AJ is a person not to be objectified. How dare?
I mean, you know,
for those of us watching on YouTube later, Crochet old woman and AJ, or Kelsey and AJ, are actually dating. For those of you who are out of context and might not get the joke.
I mean, hey, sometimes I would like to be objectified. It's not a problem. You know, it boosts the self-confidence a little bit.
Little objectification as a treat.
Just as a treat, you know? It's like a reward.
Morning Ritual does not support anybody being objectified or objectifying anybody else. Morning Ritual's personal stance by this is not shared with that of the guest.
Yeah, I'm a TTRPG player. Aspiring voice actor, professional videographer, because I get paid for that shit. So
yeah.
I have to send you clips. That reminds me.
Yeah, don't worry about that. What else do I do? I transcribe. I haven't done it in a while, but I do it. And you know, I do silly things on TikTok.
Like what?
Like, you know, about a year ago, it was doing lumber thirst traps. Lumberjack thirst traps.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And you laugh, but those posts did numbers.
It's true.
Yeah.
A lot of people thirsty for lumberjacks. Wouldn't have guessed it.
No,
I would not have guessed it, but you know what? That shows what I know. Hey, I don't know what sexy is, honestly. You know,
hey,
I'm not
whatever floats your goat. So, you know, but yeah, Kelsey wants me to tell you what.
Yeah, what are you watching on your date night?
Hey, you don't got to give in to Kelsey, all right? You a strong, independent person who don't need no person.
Strong, independent. Mature person also means simp. So,
oh my god, I have to do the math.
Yeah.
You had to do the math. The spelling math.
The spelling math, yes. Spelling is hard.
Check your Discord. I'm sending a fuck you.
I was recently held hostage of my friendship with someone because they required me to watch all of the Twilight Saga movies. So later on today, I am going to be, 1, ordering Taco Bell because I need one good thing out of this, and 2, marathoning the Twilight Saga with Kelsey.
Okay, well, hold on. Twilight is not that bad, okay?
Sure.
No, okay, here's what I'll say, because I will defend Twilight to the death of me. Twilight has amazing world building. It's just that the story focuses on the most boring part of the world building. So it's just like, you got this dope ass car that has all this, like you got the Batmobile, right? And they choose to focus on the seatbelt. Like, that's Twilight in a nutshell. Which is like, there's so much cool shit around here. Does this button press rockets? Oh yeah, this button does press rockets. But this seatbelt though?
It's a 3-point safety system.
3-point safety. Like, I'm like, okay, no, great seatbelt. Does that motherfucking thing turn into a motorcycle? It does.
Nah, but that catch and release though?
That's Twilight in a nutshell. Which, I mean,
see, the thing is that I have gone this long without going and watching or consuming any Twilight media.
I feel that.
Same.
I've gone this long, and now I have been cornered. I've been held hostage with friendship, and the moment that I uttered this to Kelsey, they were like, yes. Before I even asked them, they were like, yes, that's a wrap. Also, speaking of raps, Faye, you're not about to come up in here and slander Taco Bell. I'm trying to get that sponsorship. We're not doing this right now.
I agree with Faye, which is the crunch wrap is the most overrated thing on the menu. Don't get me wrong, Taco Bell is fire. Taco Bell is fuego, but the crunch wrap is not it. It's not it.
Nah, the Doritos Locos Tacos are the way to go.
Yeah.
Chalupa all day, every day. Chalupa's been holding it down since day one. And I'm here for the chalupa.
But granted, literally every single time I order Taco Bell, I'm ordering the party box with 6 Doritos tacos.
Yeah.
3 regular hard tacos and 3 soft tacos.
Do they still have the Cool Ranch ones? Because the Cool Ranch ones were...
No, they don't have the Cool Ranch around me anymore.
They have it here.
Guess I gotta go to Chicago, I guess.
I mean, now you get to have good tacos and finally get to know what a good pizza tastes like. So, like...
I'm not gonna say anything. We're not about to do that.
Oh yeah, feels good.
We're not about to do that.
Faye, why was the meat cold at your Taco Bell?
I mean, did you go to a Taco Bell overseas? Because if that's the case, then yeah, you kind of earned that. Overseas Taco Bells are trash from everything that I've heard. Thanks, Bright. We appreciate we appreciate you agreeing with me first off, and the biddies. Show us your biddies.
Show them biddies.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to turn off that specific chat command. Nightbot.
What, the show us your biddies chat command?
Oh, there's the one for the biddies, but that doesn't actually affect this show.
Show them biddies.
Just give me advantage, guys. Just give me advantage on this conversation real quick.
No, they're only going to drop Banes.
Nothing but topics you don't want to talk about. So tell us about a childhood trauma that you went through.
Jesus.
What?
Hydrate and stretch.
What the fuck if I don't want to, though?
+1 weapon for AJ.
Yes, I got a +1 weapon.
+1 to your next
roll.
roll.
I don't know what I'm going to use for it, but...
Ugh! Ooh!
So, yeah. I mean, Taco Bell will not stand for it. You'd even... From what I remember, you didn't have the Baja Blast, which you have to have.
Who didn't have a Baja Blast?
When you go to Taco Bell.
It's true.
That is like the only thing that you're allowed to drink.
We don't have Baja Blast up here in Canada. But
I mean,
I've had it when I was down in the States. And it was...
See?
And it was and they have a Baja Blast slushy. Because we have amazing Slurpees and slushies down here.
Kels, no, don't do this right now. Don't do this right now, Kelsey.
Oh, you're not a Mountain Dew fan. That's
I will say this. Mountain Dew is one of those things that you can outgrow, like you grow out of it.
Yeah.
And I think I've grown out of...
Same. I used to drink it all the time.
Yeah, I can't...
See, Baja Blast is the only Mountain Dew I drink, so...
That's true. I mean, I used to have all of them, like Code Red. Like, I had the whole set. I had the orange one. I don't remember what it's called.
I mean, honestly, if you say just a random thing, it probably is pretty close to it.
I had Mountain Dew DEFCON 5. I had Mountain Dew Agent Orange.
Blazing Orange. blazing Mountain Dew.
If you just say a military atrocity after Mountain Dew, it sounds like it's right. Like I had Mountain Dew Bay of Pigs. I had the Mountain Dew Cuban Missile Crisis.
Yeah, that's a rare one.
I had the Mountain Dew Hindenburg. I had Mountain Dew Pearl Harbor.
Fuck.
That one is unfortunately probably tastes really good.
But I can just see somebody being like, this is totally disrespectful. Fuck.
It's like, what? This is so offensive.
Accounts for military atrocities that are America's fault. Like I said, Mountain Dew Pearl Harbor. Yeah, I'm blaming us for it.
Anyways.
God, did you used to hear those rumors when you were younger that about Mountain Dew and sperm count?
Yeah, I heard that. That's why I think I got addicted. Like I was using Mountain Dew like it was a contraceptive. Like I was like, all right, I'm about to smash. Let me just crack open cans like I'm Steve Austin. Then I'm a nut and pray for the best.
This is the sound effect episode. I was right.
Yep. So there was a rumor going around that if you drink too much Mountain Dew, it lowers your sperm count.
Yeah.
That's basically what it was.
Yeah, it was that and green Skittles for some reason. It was like things that were a
very
natural
specific.
green.
But that was like definitely one of the reasons. I was like, lower my sperm count. I don't want that, do I? I guess not. I'm just not gonna drink Mountain Dew anymore.
I was the exact opposite. I wanted that. I'm like, I'm not trying to have no kids. I've seen what happens when you mess up with kids. Yikes.
This is supposed to be like a TTRPG talk show, but
I came in with zero chill today.
Apparently. Wow. Fuck them kids.
Well, that's what my hero Michael Jordan said, so you know. But you gotta put the emphasis on the right syllable with that sentence, or else it can get real funny.
So TTRPGs, huh?
Yeah, they're cool. They're great.
Good morning, D. It's good to see you. Kind Ranger popped in immediately as we were talking about sperm count and Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Yeah, good times all the way around, I think.
Good time.
And all this started because Baja Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Taco Bell sponsored me. Just throwing that out there.
You gotta get that Taco Bell money.
I'm trying to get that Taco Bell sponsorship,
I mean, are you trying to get the Taco Bell money, or are you trying to get the infinite Taco Bell? Like, if Taco Bell sent me a black card where it was just like infinite Taco Bell, I think I would cry. I think I would cry.
I would
meaty, fat, sweaty tears.
I would show up to Gen Con just like, yo, Noir. Got that card. Got that black card. Let's go.
Let's go.
Excuse me. I need it. Please.
I just be walking into every Taco Bell disrespectful, like, make me all the tacos.
I'm just gonna be like, they give me some sass. I'm like, I'm sorry. Do you know who I am? I'm a black card member of Taco Bell.
I get what I want.
I need you to give me the like a little bit more respect here. I need them extra tacos in that box I need that extra sauce. Make sure Diablo is in there.
Yo, this is why I know there's no such thing as a good billionaire, because we're just fantasizing about getting infinite Taco Bell, and we are both admitting that we would be monsters.
No, but the thing is, like, I'd be a monster, but also I'd leave a great tip.
Yeah, like, get yourself some nice
tacos.
Like,
get yourself some tacos.
Here's a couple of tacos for yourself.
Or it's like it seems like I order too much, and then they're like, wait, you're leaving some food. I was like, nah, that's for you, fam. That's for you. Or I'll just be like, I'll walk into the Taco Bell. It's like, hey, who's anyone ordering right now? Stop. And then I just put the card on a table and just like, continue. Go ahead.
This episode of Morning Ritual is not sponsored by Taco Bell. We are not affiliated
with
Taco Bell in any way, but it should be.
But it should be, and you should.
We want that black card that we don't even know if it exists. We just imagined in our mind that
they
gets
have
infinite
chapels.
tacos.
There's a Taco Bell chapel, apparently.
Yeah, you can get married at a Taco Bell.
Which I'm not.
I'm gonna see you pitch this to Kelsey. I dare you. I dare you. I double dog dare you.
I am not gonna get married in a Taco Bell chapel. However, there will be a section of cinnamon twists and some Doritos tacos.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the night lunch at the wedding. Like, you get to the point of the evening just after the dance where you put up the extra plates and it's just Taco Bell.
For the at least rehearsal dinner.
I'm just saying, like, Taco Bell wedding sounds pretty fucking dope to me. I'm just saying. Put that out there.
There's a Taco Bell hotel in Palm Springs.
We got a Taco Bell cantina in Chicago, so if you want to get tipsy and fucking,
yo, it's
I'ma just shut up,
man. You're just God. I guess I have to go to Chicago now. Like, I have to. It's becoming a growing. You're making a good list here, Noir. You're making a good list. Bach. I don't know if I would do that.
My favorite is of like the Baja Blast, like bastardizations, is the Baja Finger Blast.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna bring that in. That's disgusting.
It'll never cease to make me giggle.
All right, we gotta get off Taco Bell. We gotta get off Taco Bell.
We gotta get off this Taco Bell train. We gotta stop living Moss and start living in the now.
What about fourth meal? You remember when they were trying so hard to make fourth meal a thing? I never respected a company more than I respected Taco Bell for doing that. They were like, yo, fuck it. Breakfast, lunch, dinner,
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell. You gotta really think about the balls it takes to add a whole nother dinner time.
I mean, hey, they were trying to stop the systematic racism that was with 3 meals a day. So
yeah, they were thinking about the hobbitses. They felt it wasn't right. The Aragog just kind of side-eyed when they were like, well, about second breakfast. They were like, no.
11 Z's.
No. Yeah. 11 Z's. Well, can we talk about that for a second? How many times are hobbits eating? Like,
a lot.
Is that all they do? Is it like, I mean, when you think
I need to make my halflings eat more then.
I'm like, if you think about it, everybody's like, if you could be a fantasy creature, what would you be? Who would you be? Or what would you be? Everybody's like, I want to be an elf. I want to be like a tiefling. I want to be Aesmar. I want to be a fucking halfling where all I do all day is smoke weed and eat food. And it's just chill as shit. And I'm lucky too on top of that. And I can hide behind people. Fuck Look, like that's my life right there. And I get to live to be like a couple 100 years old, just smoking weed and eating food. Sign me up, man. Like, that's dope.
Yeah, if
that means I'm lucky enough to not get pulled over by the cops. I can just watch TV all day. I can smoke weed and eat food. And like my feet are so dope, I don't need shoes. Like, I don't wear shoes anyway. I don't like them. They're restricted on my toesies. On my toesy mosies. So
yeah, I'm wearing socks right now, and that was a mistake. Let's take these off.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Ooh,
no shoe gang, no
better.
socks, no shoes.
I mean, I went out this morning, and I got
That's
coffee
fair.
before I had to strim.
If I didn't fantasize all the time about being taller, I would play halflings more often.
Same.
I know that's the truth.
Like
Pixels-
I have two characters that are small. One's a gnome and one's a halfling, and literally every single one of my characters are either my height or taller.
Yeah, I don't have any short characters because I live my life a little too close to the ground for my liking. So,
Same.
Pixel Circus was bogus because they grabbed the one clip where I was just like, I get to pretend to be tall, and they posted it on their Twitter, and I'm like, well, now the world knows I'm a short king. So that's
but you're
great
still
for
a
me.
king.
It's not the same though. Like, I don't, man, the experience of being a short dude on Tinder, that is something that I wish the world could know. Because it's funny if you have self-confidence. If you don't have self-confidence, then I don't know, I guess you turn into an incel and start listening to Big Shapiro. But
Literally the amount of profiles that I have passed that is like, it's like, I'm 5'9", gotta be 6 foot or taller. I'm just like, but what if I was 5'6" though? But
man,
what
like,
if?
Bye, Lauren. Have fun with swords.
bye. Like, I've seen posts on Tinder. There was just like, you gotta be nerdy, and I'm like, shit. You gotta be funny. I'm like, stand up, shit. You gotta be into cosplay. I'm like, shit. And
right.
I like wearing heels, so you gotta be 6 feet or higher. And I'm like, goodbye. It was nice applying.
The pipeline is very real, according to Kelsey. Tinder sucks.
The pipeline.
The short to incel pipeline.
Oh, I've seen it because I've had motherfuckers trying to recruit me. Because like I did stand-up jokes about this. Where it was just like, oh man, it's like, being a short black guy on Tinder is like being a black guy in the 60s trying to get to a water fountain. It's just like, sometimes you're gonna be disappointed with what you find. So it's just so I've had like these little short, angry white guys like, yeah, you really telling them, it's time for us to know our worth. And they would introduce me to like their literature and shit, and I love reading, so I read all of this horrible shit. And I don't know why anybody would voluntarily consider themselves an incel, because their entire theology is fucking stupid. Basically, they believe that there are some people that are born to get like 90% of the women's, and they're called chads, and then like the rest of the men are betas, and they get what is left, and they will never be more than betas, so they should just either choose to take the first off. There's one thing I want to discuss about this. The what's it called, the co-opting of the red pill and blue pill thing is fucking just, it's obnoxious. But
yeah,
it's about people that didn't actually get the point of the Matrix movies.
Right. Their whole deal is the red pill is saying like, I'm not going to play this game. I understand that there are alphas and betas, and I'm just going to step out of it. And then there's the black pill, which is like, I'm an incel. I know my life sucks forever. There's nothing I can do about the fact that my life sucks. So I'm just going to embrace the fact that my life sucks. And then these guys go nuts and become like serial killers. I'm just like, or, how about this as an option? You develop your personality. You chase your hobbies, right? You do something that you love, and then you I'm not gonna say lower your standards, but you have to understand not everybody is going to date a supermodel, and nobody should make that their goal, because if you make your goal to date a supermodel, you're as shallow as the people that don't want to date short guys. So like, how about you just find somebody you have a genuine connection with, develop your hobbies, and then you meet somebody that you have things in common with, like maybe that hobby you adopted, and then you be happy with your life and not want to. But Noir,
that sounds like work.
I
sounds
don't
like genuine effort. And
no, you know what's work? What's work is pretending Ben Shapiro is smart. That's work. That's a whole lot of work.
That takes a lot of brain power.
He's not smart. He talks fast. There's a difference. Have you listened to a Jordan Peterson video? I have, and it's fucking awful.
It's awful.
I'm listening to all these motherfuckers. I'm listening to Ben Shapiro, Thunderfoot, Jordan Peterson, hoping like, okay, maybe somewhere in there's a point. And there never is. It's just white guys being angry that the world is changing.
Pretty much. And that's the thing, though, is that what we're talking about this morning? We were talking about Taco Bell.
We went from Taco Bell to incels because that's the kind of show we have.
I do not like this pipeline. I don't want that to be connected in any way.
No, not if you want to get that black card.
I'm trying to get that black card to Taco Bell. I don't promote that there's a pipeline between...
Last week it was Jesus. That's true. I think it's not necessarily that it's work. It's also the fact that these guys feel like they are entitled to these things.
Well, I mean,
and anything less than like the bare minimum of effort is too much work.
Well, and that's the thing that bothers. The thing that bothers me the most is like, I believe in humans. I like to think the best in humans, and it's just like, can y'all not see that the only thing you're doing is making yourself more angry, more upset, and more miserable? Every one of these videos is, we're getting beat down by the liberals. We're outnumbered. Nobody listens to us. Nobody's hearing us. You should be angry about it. God damn it. Are you angry yet? Because if you're not angry yet, how about now? Are you still not angry? Okay, I'm going to show you a few more things. You angry yet? Okay, how about now? You angry? Like, it's just like, why are you watching shit that's only designed to piss you off? I don't understand that. I like to watch things that make me happy.
Yeah.
Horny, but mainly happy.
And the thing is the algorithm. Kelsey wants you to eat some Jesus, so she's redeemed the +2 magic item.
Do I have any Jesus left? Yeah, I have some hidden Jesus.
Hidden Jesus!
Ooh, hidden Jesus?
The secret of the Lord! Somebody to tell Shapiro fans about cat videos, it'll really
Yo! Yeah, that is, I was trying to think, what's the antithesis of a Ben Shapiro video? And it really is just a cat video. Because it's as nonsensical, but it gives you a much different feeling.
It's a different dopamine hit, for sure. Hidden Jesus, do you mean early Christianity?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Jesus.
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Jesus.
Oh, boy.
Oh.
And the thing is that it is not hard to just be considerate of other people. It's really not. Like I do it every day. It's no skin off my back. You know what's hard for me? Being mean to people. like intentionally mean, like not like the fake mean, like Chicago pizza sucks. I'm gonna fucking bite you. No, that's
Just
easy and fun to do.
you.
No, but like legitimately being mean to someone and not considering other people in what close proximity to you. I don't know. It's very hard for me not to be nice and considerate.
Right. But and the thing is, they consider that a beta quality, right? And the thing is, like, does someone being nice to you make you feel good? Yeah. Then what does that mean?
I should treat
It's
them
a
like
beta-
shit.
No.
It's just like like my favorite videos are the ones where like just general human qualities are disguised as like a left or right issue, and people on either side end up choosing the one that goes against what they believe politically because it's all bullshit. Like there's so much propaganda shit out there. It's just like nobody is inherently born a fuckhead. Just treat others as you would want to be treated. It's the universal law because it's mad simple.
It's so goddamn simple.
It's so simple.
Like
it's so simple.
It literally boggles my mind because like there's some people that I have talked to and they're like, oh, like for example, like a partner, like a friend of mine has an ex-partner who like they did something great. They were going to get awarded for it. There was going to be a party for it. And they had to beg their partner to come to that awards ceremony.
What?
Like, is it not like if I was in that situation, I wouldn't need to be asked. I'd be like, when do we go? It's an open invitation? Yeah. Cool. I'm coming. Regardless of like if they're partners or if they're friends, if I have the time and if it's open invitation, I'm gonna go and support you and just be like, hey, you're great. You're doing great. I'm supporting you. You're doing great. Like they had to beg them to come.
You know, I wish that I could say that I'm surprised, but I'm not, because like I just feel like in terms of relationships, people are willing to accept such bullshit that if it were done by a stranger, you'd be like, go fuck yourself. I think just inherently as a society, we have our idea of what love is completely fucked up. And that we got it from like a lot of movies and romantic comedies that if we look back on them now, it's horrifying. I want you to really take a look at the movie Hitch, right?
Oh yeah.
Like the concept of Hitch is pretty fucked up. Like there's a guy, right, that gets paid, right, to dupe women into falling in love with guys that pay him to dupe women to fall in love with him. Only Will Smith could make that charming, because if it were anybody else, that man Hitch would be a sociopath. Like it's really messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Like she's all that. A guy had a bet with his friend that he could make the ugly girl popular. What the fuck were we on?
And it wasn't necessarily that she was ugly, it's that she wore glasses.
There's literally a movie coming out on Netflix that is the reverse of that it's the guy that's gonna get the makeover. And it's like it's basically like it's like if Mean Girls had that flip makeover part in it.
I'm gonna say something that I know that if an incel is listening, they're gonna be like, yeah, like, and that really drives me crazy. But he's all that couldn't work because you can't make over height. Got him. So sorry.
But how dare a girl wear a ponytail and glasses and dress not feminine? That is ugly.
No, that was dumb. That was dumb.
It's
that
like,
and then you take the glasses off, and
everybody knows that glasses.
Anita, what the fuck? What happened?
Where'd my partner go? Anyway, we need boys in heels. That's what I've been telling people. You know how I'm gonna rock
by the pair of heels.
Well, I'm gonna buy the heel boots, the boots with heels.
Yeah, you do it.
Get myself tall.
We need to get that.
I'm just like sitting over here with seeing all those movies as like, don't dress feminine, glasses, ponytail. I'm like, have you seen every single one of my relationships in high school or anyone that I crush on? That's literally all of them. like
you know what the thing is? That movie was a lie even then, because we all look, every one of us that was around like when She's All That, every one of us still has a crush on Velma. So I don't want to hear this bullshit where like glasses aren't the thing. Okay.
She had eyebrows.
We love thick eyebrows. Look at Kara, what's her face? Her whole career is based on eyebrows, and I'm here for it.
What was it? She's All That. That movie kind of fucked me up when I was younger because it came out like at a time when I was like just starting to like hit puberty and develop, and I was at a friend's house for a birthday, and they had a hot tub, and we all like got into our swimsuits, hopped in the hot tub, and of course, like I wore glasses, so I had to take my glasses off. And the girls were like, "Oh my god, Anita, you look just like the girl from She's All That after she takes her glasses off." And I'm like, "Oh my god." That fucked me up internally for a long time, because I'm like, you mean that I'm ugly until I take my glasses off? That's the worst thing you could tell somebody.
You know what's really fucking ugly? When chicks can see.
What do they need to see?
Exactly.
What is this? What is this
like,
sighted
I
thing?
think that was my response at the moment, was like, okay, cool, but I can't see without my glasses, and my mom's not gonna buy me contacts, so
really need to make sure.
Stay ugly. Thanks.
Please clip these in context, because I was just like, wait a second, if that's taken out of context, my career is ruined. Noir hates women with glasses.
Women who wear glasses.
Cancel him immediately.
What do you need to see? Women?
Yeah. What are these views? Like,
God. Speaking of love and relationships, just gonna twist this over. Hey Noir, how do you feel about the finale of Kingsguard?
Yeah.
Of everyone confessing their love for each other.
I don't know where the fuck that came. Okay, I need to explain. I need to explain. So in Kingsguard, there is a unique type of magic that the king and the King's Guards can do that. It's basically called King Sense. I straight up robbed Sense 8. Like it's Sense 8, but with a magic twist, right? But and in order to access some of the more potent abilities, like as a group, they can cast Greater Restoration on each other, but it comes at a cost. And the more they do it, the deeper the cost is. And it's not a cost like spell slots or anything. It's intimacy. It's in order for them to access this magic, they have to become essentially one. So the first time they did it, it required a secret. The second time they did it, it required a secret and a love unspoken. And that's when we find out that a couple of the King's Guards are crushing on each other, and I'm terrified for what comes next because I have 10 questions or 10 requirements for each ability, and each one is more personal than the next.
Oh boy.
And it's like, oh boy, we might end up having a Poly Kingsguard, which just to twist things in another direction with this, do you know how many movies and television shows and novels could be solved with poly, just poly relationships?
Literally the two newest things that came out on Netflix recently could be solved with open communication and polyamory. It's sex/life. All that issues could have been solved if they communicated and were open about their relationship. And then Never Have I Ever. The second season of Never Have I Ever.
Those things.
The only thing I know about sex/life is the TikTok thing.
Yeah. That couple
There's a big old dick in it.
But literally,
my landlord has to be very confused. I'm sorry.
Literally, everyone keeps on juggling. It's like, I gotta juggle this relationship. I can't let anybody know. And it's like, just talk to them. Talk to them. Be open about your feelings. Share your needs. And if they really love you or they care about you, they will communicate with you and try to figure something out. Like, it's frustrating that now it's frustrating now that I'm just realizing it more because I'm learning a lot about it. So it's just like, it's really frustrating that it's just like, oh wow, I've been taught all of my life that polyamory is bad.
It doesn't make sense. Okay, a lot of these shows work under the premise that it's a group that becomes fairly entrenched in each other's lives, fairly invested in each other's lives, and in a very real way, everybody is in love with everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not too terribly far-fetched to imagine. I hate to use this example because J.K. Rowling is a turf and fuck turfs, but it's not too terribly hard to imagine Harry, Hermione, and Ron being in a relationship together. Harry loves Ron, Ron loves Harry, Harry loves Hermione, Hermione loves Harry, Ron loves Hermione, Hermione loves Ron. It makes, they've known each other forever. Like, it just, right? Like, if you look at any of these properties, it's not too terribly far-fetched. It just, like, and what drives me crazy is when we have these shows where everybody dates everybody, but no one considers let's all just date at the same time. Like who in Friends didn't date each other? Why not just
Phoebe and Chandler, I think, were the only ones. Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't. Twilight could have been solved in 15 minutes.
Yeah, no. If Edward and Jacob and Bella just talked to each other and decided to be a polycule.
And do you know how cold a unit that would be? Like, it's like, okay, look, Voltari, Smotari, we got the wolves, we got the vampires, we ready to run shit from book one. How about everybody chill? Or like, Bella would be the most gangster of all of them, because like, I got the bat, I got the wolf, and I'm ready to scrap. Like, who's ready to get it? Like, but no, instead it's just like, let's spend 3 books not being honest and open with each other because drama.
Tension. Drama.
It's not tension if it's the same tension used in every goddamn TV show, in every goddamn movie.
The sexual tension is plainly to see. It needs
so obvious, you know who should also pick up on it? The guy that's also in love with it. Like, if he's like, man, my buddy and my girl are like, they're looking longingly into each other's eyes. I'm sure nothing's happening here. Like, no, just like, okay, let's have a conversation because clearly some shit is going on. Like, the problem is it makes smart characters look stupid, because if it's obvious to us, the audience, it should be obvious to, like, I don't know, a bajillion years old vampire who can read people's thoughts.
That's kind of the thing too, is like you have a vampire who has lived countless existences and like for hundreds of years. Why is polyamory or like that sort of thing out of the question for them?
That's exactly, like, Dorky, I believe Edward knew. I think the problem with this is it shows a lack of immaturity for a character that's supposed to be centuries old. I mean, let's think about this just practically from a vampire standpoint. I live as long as I consume people or animals. Jacob at longest will live to be like maybe 100 or something. You can't get over yourself for 100 years so that your partner can be happy because of this antiquated notion of objectifying and ownership of your partner. Not a good look, pal. Like, just the fact that you can outlive the competition means you should probably consider it if you're still immature enough to consider them competition. Is all I'm saying. Like, you can smooth dunk on Jacob every day. Like, that's another decade down. Just wait. I'm waiting till you die and then the real relationship begins.
Like, he can be petty as shit.
Right? I think that's way more interesting than I don't want you to see Jacob anymore. Like, get the fuck out of here.
And also, like, I have not, I think it's just more of recent stuff. I have not seen an immortal who isn't sexually flexible. like some people are just like, some people naturally, they'll be like, oh yeah, I swing for everybody. Other times it's just like, I'm bored, let's try this out. They're gonna die eventually, so if it doesn't work out, it's whatever.
I mean, that's the other thing. Like, people, there are some people that genuinely believe that Wolverine is straight, and I'm like,
oh no, bitch,
how? Like, he's been alive for so goddamn long. Like, you leave. I don't know. It's just, the whole thing is dumb. I think there is just, I hate that everything is written by straight white dudes, because it's boring. Like, we have seen every relationship, we have seen every scenario that you can have. We have seen most scenarios that you could have with straight guy, straight lady. And it's just like, there are so many more interesting stories to tell. Like, what conflicts do poly people have? Like, what, and just a basic problem that they have would be far more interesting than a love triangle or unrequited love or any of that shit, because we've seen it all before.
Mm-hmm.
It's just,
You're right, Sphinx. Most relationship problems in media are due to forced miscommunication. I think that's also the thing too. Is it's not just the men that are writing it; it's the fact that any women that are writing it are also influenced by the works of those men.
Mm.
Because it's
yeah,
from the top down.
And the fact that like the public, so I dated an author. I have heard firsthand what happens when you go to a publisher with something that's outside the box. And what she wrote wasn't even outside the box. She wrote a story with a black love interest, and they were like, well, but what if he were white though? She was like, but he's not. And they were like, yeah, but what if he were white though? And she goes, that's how I get this published, right? And they're like, yeah. And it's just, that's the problem. That's the stopgap. And we're not going to get interesting stories as long as what makes publishers comfortable. Like, publishers don't give a fuck about what people want to read. They give a fuck about what they think they can sell. Mm-hmm. And they don't think that they can sell the shit that we want, which is really stupid.
Well, that's the thing, is like one of the most popular books out right now, blessedly, is Gideon the Ninth, which is lesbian space necromancers. And it is so.
Well, what about the rest of the body?
Exactly. I'm
not apologizing for that.
Yeah, you don't have to.
I'm not gonna ask you to, but
yeah, it's and it's one of like the best-selling books right now because it's got an amazing fan base because it's a concept that you haven't really heard of. It's by a New Zealand author, and like it's amazingly well written and it's hilarious and funny. But I don't know that you would get that from, like, you're just getting it from, like, a conventional publisher like Tor now. And I'm excited to see what happens in the next couple of years with, like, that sort of, like, it'll open the door for more literature like it.
You know, and I think, to kind of bring this around to TTRPGs, I think what people are starting to be exposed to is that they're playing these stories rather than just reading them now. Mm-hmm. And I'm people are playing things outside of their own personal experience, which that in and of itself is a conversation that I think needs to be had with much smarter individuals than myself. But there are straight people playing LGBTQ A plus individuals, and there are some people that are discovering themselves by doing this, which I think that's the benefit of it. But then the issue of it is, like, I know that I'm uncomfortable with white people playing POCs, so I don't know how my fellow LGBTQA plus people feel about straight people playing queer. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I'm seeing is that these storylines are not only being done, but they're being done pretty well. And I'm seeing that it kind of is showing a hunger for more queer stories being told. I think it's unfortunate that a lot of the people telling these queer stories are non-queer individuals, but I think it is showing that there is a huge appetite for queer stories, poly stories, asexual stories, like all of it. And they're getting their fill through the TTRPG community. I'm hoping that a publisher at some point sees this, understands it, and supply creates a supply for the demand. But yeah, I've seen Blue Pointer going annoyed, and I'm assuming that means that's how you feel about straight people playing queer stories. And like, I kind of feel the same way. Vox Machina in particular, I kind of felt annoyed at Bo being a person of color played by a non-person of color, and then with that story being told with Yasha, I also felt a little uncomfortable, but again, that's not my place. I understand the intentions were nothing but positive, and I do see that this is one of the examples that comes to mind when I talk about showing that there is a demand for this, but I don't know. Like I said, this is a conversation that needs to be held with much smarter individuals than myself, but yeah.
I can only speak to my own experience, and I know for a fact that TTRPGs helped me explore that side of myself and helped me discover my bisexuality, because it gave me a safe space where I could express that portion of myself and play someone who is married to a woman and is in love with that person. As long as it's not rooted in stereotype and you're generally trying to explore the queerness in yourself through these characters, it's not a bad thing. I would wholeheartely agree with you. But you also get into the slippery slope argument about that I'm sure that a lot of white guys on TikTok have gone into my comments to say, well, why can't I play a POC character then if I'm respectful about it?
Oh Lord, I dealt with so much of that shit. It's not even funny.
Yeah. Also, two things. One, I totally agree with you, Anita. Like that, how like TTRPGs kind of solidified my bisexuality. Like there is a character that I played that it was a female half-orc barbarian fighter who ended up being a wrestler, and there was an NPC that was coming along with us, and then they started like catching feelings for each other, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm bi. Yeah, okay,
yeah,
this makes sense. Yeah, like I was like before I was like, maybe I'm just bi-romantic, and then that part was just like, no, I'm bisexual. Yeah, I'm just bisexual.
Yeah,
that's a thing. And like, and I really do enjoy TTRPGs. That is like, that is like that's kind of like the great thing, and also kind of a bad thing about TTRPGs is that like no matter what character you build, and no matter how you think you're playing them, it's you.
Yeah.
That's you.
It's an extension of you, for sure.
That like every TTRPG character is a self-insert. Like it's a self-insert, and soon like there's gonna be a moment that you're gonna realize it, and it's the sooner you realize it, the better the TTRPG experience kind of gets. But also there's some toxic stuff that can come out of that as well.
Absolutely. Pointer, you do have a good point. That the exploration is great in home games, but if you're on a professional in front of an audience of thousands, it's not necessarily. You should definitely get representation from your own community to do that for sure.
Yeah.
I absolutely agree. There's no but there. I just agree. It's just like I was digesting it as I was taking it in. I was like, I see that.
CR forgets over and over again that that their game isn't just for them anymore. They do have a duty to their audience.
That was kind of like, I was gonna do a video about the whole players playing POC characters and stuff, and it kind of goes back to what I was talking about before. Just be considerate.
Yep.
Like, just be considerate. Talk to the people at your table. If you're doing it at your home game and all the people are fine with it, go the fuck wild. Play a POC character. If everyone's at your table okay with it, go on, do it. Mm-hmm. But if you are streaming, if you are if your games are public to everybody, or not even just streaming, if you're like in like the adventure leagues that are like just public in like game stores and stuff like that, maybe just don't. Like, that has so much higher rate of one, someone going to be offended, and two, you're not going to represent it correctly. You're just not, because like I said, all your TTRPG characters are going to have a little bit of you inside of it.
And they're going to hold your own biases.
Yes, exactly. So it's like, for a lot of the people that I saw in your comments, Harper's comments, Noir's comments, that is like, oh, like, but racism doesn't exist in my world and all that. Isn't that prejudice? And I'm like, first of all, if you are not a person that homebrews, elves and dwarves hate each other for like no really clear reason. Like, they just have beef with each other. Two, if you're going to play a POC character, you better have grown up and are like very much an ally to POCs, and that you understand their struggles, and that you if you even have that understanding, still probably don't play. But you got to understand that all that information is still going to translate in your world, whether you are the DM making it or if you are the player playing that character, because it's just going to seep through regardless of, like, subconsciously. It's going to seep through, and it's going to be ugly.
There's a question that I've asked during a lot of my TikTok videos on this POC discussion, which is why? Like, you want your character to be black. Why? What does it add? What does it add to the story? What does it take away from the story? And a lot of what I've discovered is this conversation truly has nothing to do with being able to play a PLC character or not playing a PLC character. What this conversation is truly about, at the heart of it, is there are a group of people that can't handle being told not to do something. They fundamentally just can't handle being told no. Mm-hmm. And that attribute right there is exactly why they should not play a POC character.
Yeah.
Because we live in a society where, as much as I don't want to be told no, I get told no every day about some shit that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
If a kid that looks like me gets shot in the street, what's going to happen is they're going to find every excuse for why he was shot in the street.
Yeah.
Is it illegal for me to wear a hoodie at night? No. But some idiot is going to go on TV and say he shouldn't have been wearing a hoodie at night. That's a no. That's a you can't do that. No, no. You know, when there's just a bunch of examples of PLCs being told no every day that we have to just accept and maneuver around. And these people that want to play PLCs in their game can't even handle being told, "Hey, don't do that."
Maybe don't do that.
So if you don't have the wherewithal to at least handle that little bit of adversity like a person of color, then you can't tell me that you can respectfully bring my experience to your table. That's just my thoughts on the matter. And hey, Cardi
Hi.
Sideshow,
Hey, what's up,
welcome
Raiders?
to the raid. And I am excited to be on the Pajama Show tomorrow. Pajama Show, Jesus Christ. I am the absolute worst. But yeah, we're going to have a pajama party over on Cardi Sideshow. So I'm doing 2 morning shows this weekend. I don't make good decisions, but it's gonna be a blast over there.
Hey.
I need to find new pajamas because I was looking for the pajamas I did in the promo and I cannot find them. So
Nice.
I might need to make a Target run real quick.
Nice. But yeah, no, I totally agree with everything you just said with that. Like,
and there was another thing that was brought up in chat, which is like how CR and Adventure Zone are these like small projects that kind of blew up. And I do sympathize with that. I do. But once that check hits though, like the check is what tells you what league you're playing in. And like once that check hits a certain number, it's just like you got responsibilities now. And I don't think that that's a terribly difficult concept to understand, especially when you have 6 professionals. Like the CR cast are professionals. Like they like it would be like saying like just because you did voice acting on like a web series, you know, once that web series like becomes an official thing and it gets bought, you still treat it like the fun web series that it was. Nah, like the check tells you where the responsibilities are. Yeah. And so like that reasoning, I fundamentally can't accept it because I mean I'm not nearly anywhere near a level of Critical Role, but I have started to take on projects where the check is respectable, and it's just like once that hits, you I mean everything has to change. There's no showing up late. There's no showing up with your gear not on point. There's no showing up not ready to create a product. Because that's what it is at this point. It can still be a product that you make with your friends, but it's a product. Yeah. And that means that everybody has to be cognizant of we're not just doing this because it's fun for us, but we're doing it because it's fun for them. And that understanding needs to come with the responsibility of we represent something to people. Yeah. We are their outlet. We are their escape from reality, and they're paying us for this. Yeah. So that means that that means that, like you have to understand like if you are the flagship of TTRPGs and like you have a PLC PC but no PLCs at the table, that's not a good look. Yeah. And anything that a Nazi can consume with 0 difficulty to me is a fucking problem. And I could easily see a white supremacist being able to look at, and this is not me saying CR panders because they don't. I'm just saying if somebody that doesn't like black people can watch your product and be okay with it, so a white supremacist that doesn't like black people, LGBTQA plus people, you know, people of a different religion, if they can watch your product and have no problems, you need to change something and you need to change it quickly. The name of the game is Upset Nazis. If what you're creating does not upset a Nazi, then you need to fix it. That's just what it is to me. Like upset Nazis, like and to CR's credit, because we've done a lot of talking about the Vox Machina Oh no, not Vox Machina, the Mighty Nine. There it is. We've been talking about a lot of the Mighty Nine campaign. Their new campaign with Abria fixed a lot of those issues.
Mm.
And I think that is a sign of good faith. That's how I know, like, they saw it too.
Yeah.
And the problem with a machine like Critical Role is that it's so big, maneuvering it is not easy. There's a lot of shit in motion, a lot of contracts, and a lot of things that people have to work through.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, like, you can't just turn on a dime and slow down Mighty Nine to correct it. And I think they shifted as fast as they could. I personally feel like the Mighty Nine saga ended way faster than anybody expected. Way faster. I feel like they could have kept going, but they didn't. And God bless, because Exandria Unlimited has been phenomenal.
Absolutely.
All hell Abria. It is, in fact, the summer of Abria. But yeah, so a credit to Critical Role, credit to Dimension 20, who to me has been getting it right since day
Dimension 20 has been killing it. Like, oh god.
And that's hugely thanks to Orion, who's running things over there.
Shout out to Orion,
the creative director. Which, God bless them, because they are putting out a product that is just so good.
Play Nerd Allies also brings up a good point, is that there's people that try and portray mental health issues on stream in a disrespectful manner because they have DID, and people playing multiple personalities in super disrespectful ways because people think that it's quirky, but it's trauma.
Yeah.
It's that usually the general thing is, unless you are trying to explore certain aspects that you're questioning, like someone's queerness, stay away from things like that. Like
I have ADHD, and I did play a character that specifically fed into the biggest parts of my ADHD, like my inattentiveness, my fidgetiness, and the fact that this is my lived experience and I know what it's like and I know how to portray that in a specific manner.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things that when we had Brennan Lee Mulligan here and we discussed it with him was that everything that happens in Dimension 20 is filtered through a sensitivity consultant.
Yes.
Yeah. Everything. And I believe that it shows.
It does. Now, it really does.
Now, I am not a trans individual. Alice,
Allie Beardsley?
really don't. Allie Beardsley played
a
trans individual. They played. Did I mess that up?
No, you were good.
No. Okay. They played a trans individual in Sleepless City. Unsleeping City.
Peter, right? It was
Peter. You're right.
Pete the plug.
Pete.
Yeah.
I think that it was. I think that they portrayed it beautifully. But again, I am not the barometer to decide if that is the case or not.
Yeah.
Now, I have a few trans friends that I also know watched Unsleeping City, and they enjoyed it. But all it takes is one person to be hurt by it. And even with the sensitivity consultants, even with a talented actor behind it, even with all that stuff, that's still a legitimate problem. And that's what I think people really need to take into account. You can do the work. You can set up all the extra safeguards, but it only takes one.
Yeah.
And some people will say that that's unreasonable. And I would argue that it's kind of not, because you're walking in their yard. Nobody asked you to come to their yard. You made that choice because you thought it would be a fun story element. You thought that something in their life would be fun for a story. So when you choose to do that, the onus is on you to get it right.
Yeah.
To be respectful and to pull the plug if it does harm. Because again, this is you walking on somebody else's yard.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a difficult concept to understand.
I believe Allie is actually trans.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew that they were non-binary. I did not know they were trans.
Yeah.
That's my apology.
I think by around the time they were playing that character, they were non-binary.
Okay.
And then later on, they started. I believe they got top surgery. They started.
Oh, well, congratulations to them. I really.
I don't know. I don't know if they changed their name, but Allie.
Yeah, they're on TikTok, and that's kind of how I knew tangentially about that.
Well, cool. But I mean, it's just it's all that to say it's not that hard to not be disrespectful. You just got to put in the work.
It's really not. It's not hard at all.
It's not hard at all. Do we have characters? Check. Do we have a world? Check. Are we upsetting Nazis? Question mark.
We're gonna make that a check. We're gonna make that a check.
Another thing is portraying my kind of any kind of disability needs to be very careful. Like people faking ticks. Oof.
Yes, like we don't want to stop anyone to stop having fun, but just try and do like a little bit of research and like talk to people who actually talk to people. And if someone tells you don't do that, then just don't do that.
I think a huge part of it is the understanding of a concept that is very simple, but there is a very vocal group in the scene that just can't grasp it, which is you do not have any right to ownership of someone's lived experience because you think it will tell a good story. I will say that one more time.
Do it again.
You do not have any rights to ownership of someone's lived experience because you think it will tell a good story. Period.
Louder for the people in the back.
Another good checklist for using deity with the guy Caxus hated. I'll leave that alone.
Basic writing premise and it applies to storytelling.
Yeah. I mean, I with just how much of, I mean, let's really take a look at this, because this is, I think this is the part of things that really upsets me, which is, on the one hand, when a major property or story gets brought to the silver screen or to a TV show or a movie, right? We watch people's culture, ethnicity, sexual identities. We watch those characters lose that in translation, right? How many movies based on comic books or books in general have either whitewashed or straightened a character?
Too many.
So on one hand, we have, fuck it. On one hand, we have white America going, oh yeah, let's take this character and let's dilute them, make them white, cis, and straight, and just put them on TV. And then on the other hand, those same people are like, hey, let's play black, gay, disabled people. It's just like, y'all don't value us enough to have us in your movies, but you want to pretend to be us at your table. Something's got to give. Like, I will never forgive the fact that Walk the Line, the Johnny Cash documentary, completely whitewashed his first wife, who was black. Johnny Cash got so much shit for that, and they just pretended it didn't happen. The thing is, you can't. I think POCs the queer community, the disabled community, all of us are just tired of our existence being able to be washed away or played with at the mainstream leisure. Like, it's not something to be played with. It's who we are. Period.
Yeah.
And if you can't respect our wishes to not do it, if you can't respect us enough to leave us in the movies, if you can't respect us enough to not write us in your TV shows going, hibbity hop dog, I'm black. Yeah, I don't know where my dad is. If you can't respect us enough to not do that dumb shit, then no, you don't get to play us at your goddamn table.
If your first line when you're playing a POC is like, "Yo, what up? My name is," no, get out. You're gonna stop right there.
Instead of playing POC at the table, find an actual POC to bring to the table.
Hi, I am POC. Bring me to the table.
Hey, what's up? I'm also POC. I love being at tables. They're my favorite thing.
I like tables. It's great to eat at.
Look at this table. It's holding cups. I like it here.
look at this table. Got cans. Got bowls.
This
got cups.
This table's holding 2 cups.
I got 3 cups on my table.
I got a bottle of tequila.
I got 3
Some
cups.
mugs.
Hey, my table has a Vexalia.
My table has it's fine, dog.
My table also has a pike trickfoot.
Hey, Pike.
My table
Pickle.
also has shark. Look at this pet.
Are we just showing off what's on our desks now?
My table also has a Percival de Rollo the third figure because they were too cowardly to put his full name on there.
My table has a bumblebee, brought to you by Kelsey.
Aw, Bumblebee.
My table has... This is the rest of the show now. My table has a Razer Epic Naga. What's up? It's my mouse. It's wireless. I like it a lot. It has RGBs because I'm a filthy gamer.
My table has emergency.
I've got a rainy day Care Bear.
Here's my planner.
You can hang with us, Anita.
It has a empathy or fuck off sticker. You can get those at the merch store for critical misses.
Yeah.
Also, this is Spawn. Okay, we should get back to
the show.
After I show off my cup one more time, this is what the people came.
But Shay's just like, hey, you can get this cup.
You can get that cup from the merch store. I don't think I've actually put up the stickers, the empathy or fuck off stickers on my coffee store. I should probably do that.
I'm just gonna hold this up for a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Just respect women juice.
Some respect women juice.
But let's get back to the show. So we've talked about people wanting to play life experiences that they don't actually live. We've talked about Critical Role and how they have stepped over lines but have corrected, and I think they've done a great example of showing how to correct when you step over the lines. And obviously I'm a fan. I just showed you like half of Vox Machina and I'm wearing a Mighty Nine shirt, so like I can't hide that. But I think what I want to know is what if you could put together. You know what? No. We're gonna go with the standard questions, and then I'll get to that custom question, which is: there's a war in the TTRPG community.
Hell yeah, there's a war
between those who consider dice to be forbidden candies to be crunched on, and those who understand that dice are not for crunching. We are the stop the crunch side. Now, we have asked every guest that we have had this season this question, which is, what side of the war are you on? Do you believe that one should nom the dice, or do you believe that dice don't belong in your mouth?
Do you believe that dice are, in the words of King Shark, nom nom?
Or
Mm-hmm.
these are one of the few stances that I stand with you on this. I am very much stop the crunch.
That's right.
These dice don't belong in your mouth. There's candy for it. Like, you don't, these things, like, they don't go in here. No.
You don't
No.
eat dice.
Don't, like, what do you mean, traitor? I've never been on your side.
Like, Playmates is like, oh my god, there's a goddamn pandemic. Exactly. You don't want your dice to roll Corona.
Like, if you roll low on that, if you roll low on that Constitution save, that's it. You done.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Like,
don't.
There's literally dice gummies. There are dice gummies. There's dice hard candy. There's dice cake. There's dice chocolate. You literally can eat dice. Just don't
throw your Rona on the table.
Don't eat these dice.
Element meals. We've moved past that subject. I'm just going to say that the reason why we say don't play POC is because POC have asked you not to. It's not, a skin color is not an aesthetic choice. And anything that you play is played with your lived experiences.
Let's see.
There's been a couple highlight messages.
Oh. Yeah, just don't do it.
Just listen to POC when they tell you not to do something. If they say that what you're doing is not cool, just don't do it.
For me, it's just I'm just going through the because I want to understand the context. So personally, for me, it's just another color on a palette. It's just another look. My character's skin color isn't anything beyond aesthetic. I don't think about representing anything when I make a character beyond their backstory. Thoughts? Okay, I can give you thoughts on that, which is I would love to be able to even fictionally imagine that skin color would have no effect on the way that one lives in the world. However, my day-to-day, every day has shown me that that's not true. Yeah. And even the leisure of being able to go, if my character were pink, purple, or blue, it would be fine. No, because my life experience tells me, okay, before I pick this palette, how does the world feel about it? Because I was born with a palette that I have to consider every day when I go out how the world feels about it. Yeah. Now, for me, I would love to just consider this to be just a lovely shade of brown. But what this actually is hands shaking when I see red and blue lights behind me in my rear view mirror, even if they're not for me. Yeah. What this actually is wondering if that person that's following me in the grocery store is assuming that I did something. What I'm actually worried about when I consider this palette is if I'm wearing a hoodie at night, does that justify somebody shooting me in the head? So we don't have the luxury of just going, it's just an aesthetic choice, because we know the weight of someone outside of us disagreeing with that notion. Yeah. You have to understand, I can feel any type of way I want to about my skin color. It doesn't matter if the rest of the world feels differently. Yeah. And when you play this shade and you play it in such a way where you don't even bother to consider the consequences, that is flaunting a privilege in my face in a fantasy world where I am just trying to forget everything that I have to deal with in the real world. It's flaunting a privilege that I could never understand.
Yeah, just to like kind of go on top of that, like I would love nothing more than to be able to be anything and it not be a problem. You know? Like not like that. Just be I want to be able to be comfortable in my skin. You know? There at the beginning of the pandemic, when I was still living at home, there was a gun store that was probably like 10 miles from my house that sold out. And there was rallies in mall parking lots. And I was scared to leave my house. I wasn't going to leave my house because of the pandemic, but I was even more scared to leave. Like, it's like Noir said, it's a problem when we are seeing these people who are playing POCs and it's flaunting privilege of not worrying about those kind of things. When me, Noir, and many people like us have experienced, we can't have that. We can't just go outside and feel safe.
I think that the pandemic is a perfect example of our skin color coloring an experience that we all have, but there's a unique perspective, which is when Fauci came on TV and told everybody that if you go outside, you should wear a mask. Immediately, all us Black people knew, oh fuck, I guess I'm just gonna be ordering from Amazon.
Yeah.
Because we can't safely wear hoodies. We can't safely go out at night for a jog. There's absolutely no fucking way I'm going outside at night with a mask being a Black man in America. Are you kidding me? Hell no! I'm
Absolutely
not trying to get shit. I honestly, since 2020,
Yeah.
I have left the house a single digit number of times.
Yeah. I can probably count on two, like just one set of 10 of how many times that I had to leave the house.
Yeah, I had to. Because like I can't go. All it takes is one person with a preconceived notion about me because of my skin color and seeing a mask, and that their fear can end my life and the rest of the world will justify it. That's the weight of a palette. That's the weight of my aesthetic. So it's not an aesthetic. It's something that I have to consider through every portion of my life. When I'm driving, when there's a pandemic, when I'm dating, when I'm sleeping, where I go to eat, every part of my life is affected by this. Mm-hmm. It's not something that I can just be frivolous about. I mean, like how? Let me ask you a question, and this is going to be a genuine question for anybody that goes, skin color is just an aesthetic. I'm going to ask you a question, which is, how many Black people have you seen die? In general, how many Black people have you seen die? Now, how many white people have you seen die? I'm not talking like in movies. I'm talking real death. Because I can't count anymore how many people I've seen that look like me, that share my aesthetic. I can't count how many I've seen die. I remember there was one week where I watched 3 or 4 people just get straight up killed, and it's on TV. I watched George Floyd I watched the kid in Chicago just get gunned down by the cops. I have seen a countless number of people that share my aesthetic die. It's not just a skin color. It's not just a cosmetic choice. And it's not just a cosmetic choice because I don't want it to be. I would love it to be. But it's easier for you to see someone with this skin get murdered on TV or on the internet or on Twitter than it is to see breasts. It's easier for you to see somebody that looks like me get mutilated on TV or on the internet or on Twitter or on TikTok than it is to see a natural human interaction that creates life. That is why we're asking you not to play around with this. Mm-hmm. Because we have been so thoroughly disrespected every day since we were stolen and brought here. And it hasn't stopped. And TTRPGs are the one place where we can be whoever we want to be. And by virtue of being that thing, we don't have to have extra thoughts. I don't have to worry about having the shield spell because I'm black. I just need to worry about having the shield spell because I'm going to get attacked just like everybody's going to get attacked. Mm-hmm. And when I see somebody that I know wouldn't even consider the fact that they have seen countless black people die in their lifetimes, when they're pretending to be this black person frivolously and without thought or consideration or respect to the history of what it actually means to be a black person, when I see that, it shunts me out of the fantasy, like Leonidas being told something he really did want to hear from a message. Like, it just kicks me out of the fantasy. So we're asking you, please let us stay in the fantasy because our reality kind of sucks.
All in all, just be considerate of those around you, especially if there's POCs at the table. And just, take a second to really think why, like Noir has said before, just think why you want to do this and bring it up with people and make sure that even if you are going to go forward with it, make sure that everybody is okay with it.
I mean, plus, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, and I was just going to say, and don't put dice in your mouth.
Yeah, and don't do that shit, because that's gross. But also, you want to tell a good story, and nothing hits harder, nothing sucks more than when somebody is playing a lived experience that they don't really understand. We have all seen straight actors play gay characters that have that big coming out moment, and it always sucks.
It never hits.
It's like, this soda's flat.
Also, in the chat right now are links to AJ's PayPal and Noir's Coffee. Pay them for the emotional labor that they just went through, because that was a lot. And that was a segue that was not necessary generally. But it was obviously one that was needed, but not one that was wanted.
So yeah. Don't put dice in your mouth.
Don't put dice in your mouth.
Don't put dice in your mouth.
Just to put a cap on this, this conversation needs to be had. Not every POC creator has the wherewithal or is willing to do the emotional labor of explaining this point. Some of them will get in your ass if you ask them about this. For whatever reason, I don't mind. I don't mind doing the work. There may be days where I'm just like, not today, y'all, but I don't mind trying to explain this. Because I do feel like, as much bad faith as there is, there are just some people that are ignorant.
Mhm.
And if I can convert even a small percentage of the ignorant into being enlightened, and they can go on and tell their friends that are also ignorant. And ignorant is not an insult. It is a state of being that one can overcome with knowledge. But if I can convert even just a small percentage of people to understand where we're coming from and tell their friends, that lightens the load for us in the long run. I don't have any hate for anyone that has played a PLC in the past. I don't have any hate for anybody that's playing a PLC now. And I don't like, if you are playing a PLC now and you're just like, I would like to wrap my story with this character, I even understand that. I would hope that you're not doing it streaming, but hey, I get it. You grow attached to characters, and that is a bond that should be respected in the TTRPG community. I'm just going to say, now that you know, do better and make sure that you end their journey respectfully, because that's what all our characters deserve, but especially a PLC character. Okay, so like, there's nothing wrong with not knowing. There's nothing wrong with asking questions. Just be sure that the person that you're asking is in a state that they're ready to answer those questions. You can't just walk up to any PLC and be like, hey, can I play PLCs? Because you might get punched in the face. Yeah. I am putting it out there, and I understand the magnitude of what I'm doing, but I am putting it out there that I am willing to have that conversation with you. I also ask that you respect that if I say our conversation is done now, then our conversation is done now, because I can only do so much. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to get to.
On that note, do we want to take like a quick 10-minute break just to sort of decompress before we get into?
Oh yeah, I'm a buy some fucking weed.
Decompress and then go into the dark.
I gotta be honest with you. Like I told you, I haven't left double-digit numbers of times. At least half of those have did me go to the dispensary. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't need to leave for groceries, but unfortunately, Grubhub doesn't, bring weed yet.
Yeah, once they do though, it's over.
All right, everybody.
Oh my God, I'm never leaving.
We're going to be back in about 10 minutes. We will see you soon.
Butts.
1 hour later.
Butts.
Are you just...
Oh God.
And
I hope
back.
we're not live. Oh.
Just as the burp happened.
Did they catch that?
I think they did.
Oh no.
I told you. We kept saying.
I thought I had time to.
There's never enough time for a sneak burp.
I thought I could pull it off. I was punished for my hubris.
You flew too close to the sun.
Icarus, will you never learn? Cancel no more. It wouldn't be the first time. Hello, everybody. No perfect country. I am more than a burp. I am a man. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the second half of Morning Ritual. I almost said the second half of TheNoirEnigma. Why am I the one doing the talking? You are the good host. You do the talking.
Hi. Welcome into the second half of Morning Ritual. We are gonna get into the dark roast. Noir has this nervous habit when he feels like he's messed up. He just keeps talking, though.
And we just let him. We just let him.
And we just let him go sometimes. Love you, babe. Is that a
look what you got?
Oh, did you print that fresh for me?
Yeah, it's yours. You can have it.
Nice.
Anyway,
is
everyone welcome back? What?
You've got a 3D printer. Is that going to be like your first project? Is
just a 3D printer?
A 3D printed middle finger like a bird?
It's right here. Still haven't put it together. I'm scared. I'm scared to put it together.
You saw it here first. Noir gave a fuck.
Wow, that's rare.
What? Oh yeah, I did give a fuck.
A single
now
fuck.
I'm all out.
Yeah.
Now I'm all out. I
Now
only had
they
the
are
one.
all out. No
Yep.
more orders.
Listen, we didn't.
Business is closed.
We only had the 2 bits, and we didn't quite expect the rush.
Still waiting for a gun hammer. What do you think I got the 3D printer for? Because I'm gonna make a gun hammer.
I'm also going to make a gun hammer, but just out of scrap stuff. Eventually.
Actually, I was just kidding, but that would be pretty dope to make a gun hammer because I have a gun axe. Have you guys seen my gun axe? Does anybody want to see my gun axe?
Yes, of course
Show
we
the
want to
gun
see your
axe.
gun axe. Show your gun axe.
Well, I want to see if the audience wants to see the gun axe. Do y'all want to see? This is like a fucking Dora episode. Do you want to see the gun axe?
Can you spot the gun axe?
Okay. No, they didn't say anything.
Is that even a
Is
question?
that even a question? I need an answer. I need chat
This
validation.
is a yes or no.
Anything.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I have
Do you
seen
want to
it,
see the?
but I always
Do you
want more
want to
gun
see the
axe.
gun axe? Me too.
Gun axe, no chopping. Gun axe, no chopping.
Gun axe.
Only
no
shooting.
This is a prop.
It's
This is a prop.
This
This
is
a prop.
is a
This
prop
is a prop.
weapon.
This is a prop.
yeah, it's a
This is a
prop.
prop.
I would never actually hurt someone with my gun axe.
You shot AJ.
Well, you know what? Caught him slipping. Oh no! I shot AJ. What are we gonna do with the body? Can you spot something I can use to dispose the body? That's right, an axe.
Oh god. And that is our opening.
The axe
This
number
is-
part
four.
of the gun axe.
We all have Bright Dystopia to blame for me having this. Bright got this for me for my birthday, which is I love it so much.
It's probably the best birthday present that you've ever received.
It is because it's an axe. That's a gun.
Oh god.
What is going on with your background?
Sorry. I got I pressed the button. It got a little wild in here.
But yeah, that's the gun axe. I'm going to be using my 3D printer to make even more crazy shit though. So
Hell
that's
yeah.
gonna be fun. Because I'm trying to get into cosplay, y'all.
Hell yeah.
Hickey.
Even though I'm built like a beluga whale. Oh god. In case it wasn't clear, it's both an axe and a gun. Yes, but it's a prop though. So, Twitch, don't take us down.
Don't do it, Twitch.
Don't do it.
Don't
do it to us.
take us down.
So yeah, the dark roast. You got questions?
We
We
respect
respect
the
the
cosplayers in this house.
Oh yeah.
Oh, well, I hope you all are excited for a thick Wolverine because that's
Hell
what
yeah.
I'm going to be doing for C2E2.
2 nice things, Noir. You have to say 2 nice things about
Two
yourself.
nice things about what?
Yourself. Because you degraded yourself, so now you have to say 2 nice things. And there has been a chat redemption for a +2 magic
Says who?
item. Faye,
Says
Faye
who?
redeemed channel points for this.
I never agreed to this being a channel points thing. What is this?
+2 magic item.
Oh, I just showed you a +2 magic item. It's a gun and an axe. Gun axe. Okay, 2 nice things, right?
Hmm.
About
Okay.
yourself.
Oh, well, first off, I got a big old. I'm just kidding. No, let's see. I'm
14 damage from that.
fuck, 2 nice things. 2 of them? Do
Yeah.
they have to be like nice?
Yeah, 2 whole nice things about yourself.
That's literally what they are. It's 2 nice things.
Oh, I got it. Okay. All right. So, 2 nice things about myself. Are we ready?
Okay.
These glasses are pretty dope, right?
So you have good fashion sense.
These glasses are also dope.
So the fact that you have nice fashion sense is one good thing. Give me another one.
No! These glasses are dope! And these glasses are dope!
That's not a nice thing about you personally.
Fucking shit.
You just need one more, Noir.
We're
just one more.
we're gonna emotionally dom you into liking yourself.
Alright, shut up. I got this. These glasses are dope.
That's one.
Right?
Yeah.
And these glasses are dope.
How many circle frames did you get?
Like I just gave you 3. Are we good? Are we
You're
good
saying
now?
nice things about the glasses.
Fuck me! God damn it!
Oh my god.
These glasses are dope,
Oh my god.
right?
Noir, I swear to God.
And these glasses are also dope,
Oh my god.
right?
Chat, please say nice things about Noir because he refused
Are
to
we
say
done
anything about
here?
himself.
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
we're gonna have to get chat to say nice things about
Fuck
Noir.
me! God damn it! These glasses are dope.
Mm-hmm.
But these glasses with these frames are gold, the other ones were silver. Also dope. Right? Right? Right?
How many do you have?
Thank you, chat.
What? I don't understand. I'm complimenting the shit out of myself right now. Okay. Fuck me. This is absolutely goddamn ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous.
I think we may need to have an intervention about Noir and circle frames.
They look good on him, though.
I mean, they're good. They're good. But I Oh my god, what are they gonna do?
What are they planning?
Okay,
Oh, okay.
taking off glasses and hat
Yeah.
and headphones. Oh my god.
This mask is dope, right? But this mask is also dope.
Oh
Noir thinks he is his accessories. Yeah, that's what they think.
Oh my fucking god. Noir thinks he's his accessories.
Okay, so, I'm gonna wait for him to get the headphones back on so that we can
yeah.
harass him.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Morning Ritual, the section of the show.
Where we emotionally dom Noir into complimenting themselves.
Yes.
This is a regular segment now.
Yes.
This is the last one I'm doing.
Okay.
Mhm.
This
Okay.
is it.
Wait,
Mhm.
where's your headphones? We want to comment on these. Okay.
Okay.
Gun
This
axe.
axe,
Pretty dope.
pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Dope as hell.
Pretty dope. Yeah.
This axe is also dope.
Nor, it really is. They are just that kid that shows the toys, all the toys when you come over. Do you want to see my Power Rangers figures?
Oh, we want toys?
Noir, no.
Nor, no!
Uh, this is what.
Noir is
what
the
are you
bestest.
bringing?
Noir, you are an incredible human. Noir has a sweet singing voice.
Ah!
Noir is a talented musician.
This sword is dope!
Dope and a great streamer. You never fail to make us laugh.
His songs on Twitter make them
sad.
laugh.
Yeah. Nora's DMing and world building is top tier.
But this sword is also dope!
Nora is naturally very funny and an excellent producer, very charismatic, has an infectious laugh.
Oh god, this sword is so fucking heavy. Okay, I think I've proven my point.
He's got his headphones on. He can hear us just fine. He's just they're just ignoring us. All right, welcome back. We agree you have dope taste.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I said like 48 good things about myself now. So if we can
Anyways, back to the stream. This is actually a show where we interview people, you know?
Oh, man.
What? Oh, I expected to come back and the number dwindle to like 7 and people are actually staying to watch this. Oh, shit. By the way, I ordered so many of these glasses. I've got even more coming.
Oh my god.
There's 6. How many
Counted
are
them
there?
myself.
More than there should be.
Counted them
In
myself.
all fairness, 6 pair cost $8.
That is
How can you
a hell
not?
of a deal.
Yeah, Amazon, baby.
And those circle ribs do look very good on you. They're very
All
good.
you have to do is just, empower Jeff Bezos to take over the world, and you too can get a bunch of cheap made glasses. All right, so anyway, oh my god, I lifted that sword faster than I should have, and my back was just like, boy.
Gotta lift with your legs, man.
What were we talking about again?
We kind of just came
We
back
haven't
from a
even
break and it went on a tangent here.
We have not started any.
Oh,
We
this is what
literally
happens.
just came back from break.
This is what happens when you try to make me say nice things about myself.
Oh god.
What did we learn? Don't
Absolutely
do that.
nothing. Absolutely nothing. We've learned nothing.
It's gonna be even dumber when I start 3D printing stuff because I'll be just make goofy shit.
See, the thing is that it's that will be your two things. You got dope taste and you're super creative.
So this is dope.
Oh my god.
And these are dope. I will distract you and make you stop saying nice things about me.
That's never gonna happen.
Yes.
So anyway.
Anyways,
All right. So let's talk about some TTRPG goodness.
Mhm.
You have the ability to have any 5 people at your table. They have to be alive.
Yeah.
Who are you picking?
Okay.
And any one of them could be the DM
So
or GM or storyteller, respectively.
I have thought about this
Mhm.
for quite a while.
Yep.
So one, the GM, the storyteller, the DM, Donald Glover.
Ooh, Childish Gambino. Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
And then I have to have, and then it's 4 other people.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Wilson.
Oh God, yeah. I would. I need to find a way to get that man on this show. I would.
Lou Wilson. I almost had the chance to take them off of this list, but now they're back on.
Who is
Super Dylan. Super. They're
Diana's
literally
amazing.
in the same state as me.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Y'all not hung out? Yeah. Oh, that's right. Diana, New York.
Panoramic.
Panorama.
Oh, fudge. Who else is on my list? I had
Donald Glover 5 times.
Donald Glover 2 more times. No.
Donald Glover, Lou Wilson, Super Dylan.
Hold on. I
That's
definitely
a
have
good ass
written down.
table.
I definitely have written this down somewhere.
I don't like the fact that people come so prepared to this show.
I'm
How dare
sorry. I've been listening to this show for a year.
You have
How
been.
long have we been on?
You're day one.
Yeah, you are day one,
Day
actually.
one in
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Got my list. I don't know. She is a friend of mine. Could definitely get into a game with her. It's just matching up times. TikToker Lost Claus. She doesn't
I'll have
do
to check her
TikTok.
out.
She doesn't do TikTok anymore, but she's on a show every Monday with Offbeat Outlaw in his campaign.
Okay.
And then last but not least, Lori Hernandez.
I do not know who that is.
She's a gymnast. She was Olympic level gymnast.
Oh no, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
That will be my table because one, I know what Childish Gambino is going to create a crazy ass story.
Hell yeah.
After
seeing Atlanta, yeah.
Gonna create a crazy ass story. It's gonna make me feel. It's gonna make me cry. It's gonna make me laugh and be angry. It's gonna be all the time. I want to be at a table with Lou Wilson so bad. Lou Wilson, he's every single character that they put forward. I love every single one of them.
Yeah.
I love every single one of them. Laws. Did I put people that I have crushes on? So the fuck what? Sue me.
My table would be weird if I did that.
Super Dylan, because I just been wanting to play with them for a long time, and I got a chance, but schedules got messed up, so they back on the list.
Anita, what would your list look like?
Why are you asking me? I'm just being do not perceive.
This is literally your channel.
Hey, Bo. Don't call me out like this. Hey, Bo.
It's just a
Stop
elimination.
Hey, Bo.
You don't need.
It's not the dream.
Excuse me, Bo. You do not need to be quite so loud.
God, I need you to quiet.
Bo came in like somebody said.
Finish him.
Bo, I'm gonna need you to quiet the fuck down. You are
judgment,
too loud.
My list.
Yes.
Ooh, I want to see what Allie Beersley can do in the DM chair.
Okay.
Abria.
Okay.
Abria.
I messed up real bad.
Sam DeLev. I adore Sam with my whole chest. I would love to play in a game with them. And then Whomst else? Whomst
Indeed.
Whomst else?
Noir's
Y'all keeping it to the TTRPG space, huh?
Noir's on my dream TTRPG channel game because I want to romance
Why?
them.
That's a waste of...
I want to romance you in game.
That's a waste of a space. You can play with me whenever.
Yeah, but usually you're the DM.
That is true. I am a forever DM.
I want to play in a game where you're a player and we can romance each other. And then the last space. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna steal from AJ and say Lou Wilson.
Good answers.
Because not only do I get to romance Noir in character, I also get Noir at the same table as Lou Wilson, and that's a guarantee that he's just gonna cry.
I will. How fucking no? You shut, motherfucker! God, you how fucking? I swear to mother. Okay.
I love you.
No, just call me up there. Okay, no, it's all good. So, all right. So we've got those questions out of
Noir.
Huh?
You gotta answer the question.
No, I don't. I'm the question
Yes,
asker.
No.
Yeah, you made me answer. It's your show too.
Fucking reverse.
It's your show too.
Y'all some dicks. All right. Keeping it to the TTRPG space with people that I have not played with already. Here we go. Brenda Lee Mulligan. I haven't played with B Dave or Erika Ishii, but those two would be fun. Lou Wilson, because I would cry. And no, I have played with Opera Geek. I think I played with Drac too.
Yeah, wasn't Drac on an episode of Degrees of Madness? No, something else.
Actually, no, I don't think I played with Drac. So I'd play with Drac. Yeah, so it would be Brenda Lee Mulligan, B. Dave Walter, Erika Ishii, Lou Wilson, and Drac.
Hell yeah! Sounds like a
So
good table.
I'm gonna tell you the dream table that I would want to GM for.
Oh,
Which is kind of like in the realm of reach. I would just love an all BIPOC cast, and this cast is super stacked.
Okay,
Because we got the NoirEnigma. We got
I hear that guy's insufferable to work with.
We got Bree. We got D, Breedo, D, the Riddler, and Drac.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that
I changed my mind about that Noir guy. He sucks.
I just know for a fact that if I get you all at a table together to play, that is going to be an amazing story.
Yeah.
Like if I had like that is the struggle with like, because I mean eventually I do want to DM a game for Critical Misses. And it's very much on the level of like, if I get to, I want to choose everyone in my cast, but also I want new people.
That's the struggle. That's the struggle. Like I try to make sure that I don't play in games where everybody has a comma on Twitter.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what that is, if I try to make sure that I don't play a lot of games where everybody has more than 1,000 followers, because that's not really helping anybody. I always hate when I see like these top level games and everybody's at like 10K followers on Twitter, because I'm like, who are you spotlighting? Like, who are you helping with this shit? If this feels like more of a stroke of the ego than anything. Like, hey, we're popular. Come watch a bunch of popular people be popular and play Dungeons and Dragons while they're popular.
Yeah, it's just this whole selfish thing of being a storyteller, of just like, man, I know this group of people will kill this story, will absolutely demolish and kill this story, but also the untapped potential of chaos and not knowing what to expect is also very tantalizing.
It's potent.
If I were to put together what I believe would be the most insanely chaotic table just with the players that I've played with in the past, it would be Kelsey, Joy, Marcus from Into the Southlands, the producer for Gen Con. Kelsey, D, and probably Anita. Yeah. Just that's a table of gremlins, and literally no good decisions will be made at that table. They might
play like the careful, cautious type, but I also do know how to embrace chaos.
No, you want to stress me out.
Yeah, I literally all I can think of for a chaos table would be Kelsey, Joy, Darby.
Yeah, Darby.
Alicia.
Oh my god. Oh, I don't think I've played with Alicia.
You've played. I think we did a one shot with Alicia.
Did we?
Yeah. One particular harbor, and that was chaotic.
Oh yeah. You know what? You're right. Yeah,
you also
that was
guessed
right.
it on Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And I was the chaos there.
He's out of frame. They're out of frame. We lost them.
Oh, and just for the fifth one, let's just add a guest star in there. Just put Emily Axford in there. That's just the chaos table.
Emily Axford is the queen of chaos, and I would kill to be at her. I would do vile things for a chance to be on Dimension 20.
I want to be on Dimension 20 so bad. There's no reason for me to be on Dimension 20, but I want.
There's no reason for me to be on Dimension 20, but god damn it.
Hey, Orion, if you're there, I will be your PA. I'll be your personal assistant. Just get me in the room. I'll just stand there. I'll get your coffee. I'll write notes. I'll do it.
Oh man.
Those are
our dream tables.
And the chaos
table.
Dream tables
and the chaos gremlin table.
We might need to make that chaos table a part of this cluster now. I would do vile things. You could just end the sentence there. No, because I don't want that.
Abria does know how to chaos when she needs to. That's fair.
That's true.
I feel like Abria would be a great DM for the chaos table.
Yeah,
because she
also knows how to wrangle it in, and I think half of the fun is watching a DM just get overwhelmed.
Because I love Brennan. Brennan has always such a source of panic whenever Emily does some fuck shit. And, you can see the change in his face. He tries to hide it, but it's just oh, Brennan, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Brennan. You're about to get onto a whole ride that you were not prepared for.
Yeah, the pony clip that Abria did, that was on Madame Gandalf's channel. To summon a horse in an All Bards game. Did Pony by Genuine.
Oh, God.
I want to play another game with Abria because I just I love her so much. But everybody does. That's not special. What is special? What is special is the fact that there is a moment in time when you really know that you've made it in the tabletop community, or when you really become a member of the tabletop community. And unfortunately, that time is when you sit at a table with a black hole of fun. Somebody who just seems to suck the joy out of the air in the room, and if they were yeeted into the sun, your experience at the table would increase 1,000-fold. So, my question to you is, do you have a that guy story? Have you encountered a that guy at the table?
I have encountered that guy. I have not encountered. I have been fortunate to not encounter the types of that guys that have been on this show before, because those, God, my God.
But what are you talking about? Look, we haven't had that. We haven't had terrible bad guys, have we? We just had somebody who was a neck biter. As you do.
That's me.
Somebody who ended a marriage. Just little stuff like that.
Okay, so I have two instances.
Mhm.
So the first instance is that there was a time in which the usual DM of the group was finally being able to play as a player, and his partner was able to DM, and this was the first time that she was going to DM. We were in this fight with, I believe, sea hags, and it got to a point in which, hi, welcome Raiders.
Welcome, Raiders.
It got to a point in which the party got split up. So it was like the DM, some other and two other people went to go to this house and like chase after this one thing, while me and another player, I was the fighter, they were the cleric, was fighting the sea hag by ourselves.
Right, as you do.
As you do. And it got to a point in where they were trying to do investigation checks, trying to find something. And me and this cleric were kicking this sea hag's ass. And it was to the point that it was like, we're gonna run away and blah blah blah.
Right.
And we were kind of like last line of defense so they can get away because we're the tanky ones. We have more health. And it got to a point in which we got the sea hag really low. And we were also playing on an experience-based game. So once the DM told us is like, oh, they're close to death, the DM turned player immediately stopped what they were doing and bolted back to
get the kill,
get in a hit so he can get part of the XP.
Dick move.
And that always rubbed me the wrong way. That I was just like, dude, you were literally finding like this one thing that we were supposed to be finding. We were the last line of defense to block you, to make sure that you find that thing. Why are you here? You're gonna get killed.
Gotta get that sweet XP. So What would we call that? I think we would call that the metamoron.
Yeah, there was no way of that character knowing what was happening behind them.
Yeah.
I hate that kind of shit, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I like milestone leveling, because I can just be like, y'all gain the level, I don't give a fuck.
That's the thing. I was thinking about that the other day with Kingsguard. It's like the last time we actually had combat was back when I was trying to escape from the prison in Nervay.
Yeah. It's almost like you don't need combat to tell a good story.
Almost.
Speaking of combat, that kind of leads into my second that guy.
Oh,
thing.
We got two of them.
Yeah. So this was, I forget the setting that it was D&D. I forget what the campaign, it was like one of the pre-module campaign things. We were starting at level 3, and this DM made us feel weak.
Ooh.
Like, every time we crit failed, it was bad crit fail. Every time, like, you know how sleep spell, you cast sleep spell, and if they fall asleep, you essentially get a kind of a free attack on them.
Yeah.
No,
Well, okay, time out. What do you mean no?
no, you don't. You don't get a free attack on them.
So they just know you're about to attack and
Yeah.
wake up?
And every time we end up in combat, it just seemed like we were super weak. The heroes of the story that are supposed to be coming in and just be like better than the average Joe. And we have these abilities that no one else has. And we, like, every single battle, we come out barely alive. And we just feel like it didn't feel good.
That's the kind of GM I worry about becoming. Like that, because I get the desire to want your characters to earn it, but you never want to make it so hard that they feel powerless, you know?
Yeah.
Like that shit.
You mean
Ugh.
like wanting to get the coup de grace on a big bad, only to have an NPC step in and do it?
I'm not bitter about that at all. Thank you for bringing it up. I'm very glad to have that memory brought back to the forefront. I'm still not mad about that. You know what? It took a year and another campaign, but I got him. I got the son of a bitch. I got the son of a bitch.
But it's just like I get it with script, like with certain battles that are scripted to be able to be non-winnable, you know?
Right.
For storytelling purposes, there are just some battles that if you go into them, you have to know they're non-winnable. And good GMs will be able to show you how winnable it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And good
But-
GMs will be able to show you, this is one battle where you might want to run.
Yeah. And like I like being reminded that some, like, every so often that, oh, running's an option.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to fight. We can go. Like, we did our thing. We don't have to be here anymore. We don't have to fight this dude. But just being like kind
It
of
sounds like y'all were just beaten up session.
Yeah, we were
after
just
session.
beaten up, and like that campaign did not last very long because of scheduling things. But I was like, every single time that they message in that chat is like, hey, do we want to do it? I was like, I don't really
You
want
get
to.
that feeling in the pit of your stomach where you're just like,
I really don't want to play my character. I don't want to play that character.
You know, so a follow up to this that guy story, because I think this leads us to a really interesting subject matter, is what are some things that DMs have done to empower you that you've truly enjoyed, and what are some things that DMs have done that made you feel the way that you feel, like that this particular GM made you feel, that have made you feel depowered? I think this will be helpful for any DMs that are watching, and also me.
I think, I mean, just basic rewarding when just like a basic reward system. If like there is a freaking awesome moment, like so this whole thing that I have in Foul and Friends, and I'm this very chill, cool bro, cleric halfling, like very chill bro. Like, he has a -2 intelligence, but like pumped up wisdom. He's the dude that is like, hey, I may not be able to read this book, but I can read this room real quick and be able to vibe check anyone. Like, just like the moment of me going in front of this
chicken god who I don't serve, who is threatening my party and threatening the god that I serve,
Lord Quackers.
and to be
Praise be
Lord
upon him.
Quackers, praise be to Lord Quackers. That kind of like, it shows where my character's breaking point is, and just kind of just like is like, all right, cool, you kidnapped me, haha, chill. I'm trying to keep this civil. Oh, you threatened my friends. Oh, you're actively threatening me and what I'm trying to do. Okay, yeah, I'm not having that shit. And just like that kind of moment of just being able to have a little bit of character growth and have like a little bit like of character revealing stuff, and just being able to feel powerful on someone that is trying to dominate you is like, was such a good moment. And then afterwards, like, even though like out of that interaction, I lost 2 hit points and was like thrown out into the street, but I also got inspiration for like the next encounter.
It feels like one of the things that as a GM that you can do that really ingratiates your players towards you and your story is to offer them a bit of narrative control. And I find that that's one of the things that is that takes some players a lot longer to get used to. Because it's just like, wait, you're giving me control over the scene. Like, and it's like, yeah.
I definitely got used to that more while playing with you in Second City.
I mean, so my question to you is that something that you liked though? Because some people feel like that's a burden.
I can see how it is a burden. I personally like it. I like because that's the whole thing about TTRPGs. It's collaborative storytelling.
Right.
So GMs being able to let go of the reins sometimes, of just being like, oh, cool, you're about to do something really cool. Here you go. There's your soapbox. There's your spotlight.
Tell me what that looks like to you.
Exactly.
I mean, personally, I think to me, I feel like the job of a GM is to be the consistency, which means that if I toss control of the story to you, that doesn't stop me from being the GM. What stops me from being the GM is if I refuse to take it back, or if I do it because, or if I hand you the story because I don't want to tell it anymore, instead of using it as a tool to empower a player, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I actually have a that guy story that's a little bit tangential to this.
Let's hear.
This actually happened to a friend of mine. I was talking with them the other day. They are not too keen on returning to Dungeons and Dragons because of this specific GM, and it's kind of the antithesis of what you've said. They were in a situation in a game where the GM was trying to describe things to some other players, and just told them, "Okay, so go role play amongst yourselves." And they were talking with this other player. And the other player was like, "Oh, do I notice anything interesting about your character?" And the player, my friend Tom, said, "Give me a perception check." The GM heard that, stopped what he was doing with the other party members, and lost his absolute shit on Tom. For asking, because how dare you ask another player to roll? I am the GM, only I am allowed to do that.
I get the mindset. At one point I used to have a rule against that as well. And that, I think with anything, I like to think the best in people, and I often find that a lot of times when we experience a GM that is just like, what the fuck? Like, what's this dude's fucking issue? A lot of times it's an overcorrection or overreaction to something that they were exposed to. I had a player that would force other players to consistently make rolls to the point where it's just like, you do realize I'm the GM, right?
Yeah. It gets
and-
worse though.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Oh boy.
So they had a conversation about this, and Tom
Mhm.
heard that DM's perspective. Like, honestly, like, it feels like you undermine me when you do that. Like, please don't do that. And Tom was like, okay, cool. I will never do that again at your table. Don't worry about it. That'll never happen again. Thought they'd moved past it. The next session, the DM makes Tom's character roll for a saving throw versus some kind of homebrew sewer disease. Tom fails the saving throw, and the DM literally makes their character eat shit.
Okay, yeah, fuck this guy. There it is. You're right.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
I brought you home.
Yeah, no. But back on like PvP rolling is interesting. From my experience, whenever people are kind of like, if I'm the GM and people are role playing, I do like, sometimes they get really into it and I like it. I'm just like, oh, cool. I get to have like my own little TV show right now, like get some drama, whatever. Which one, I totally like, I get it, Nor, that sometimes we prattle on and on and on and on. And I also respect you of like, hey, we need to get back to the story. Because that is one thing that I struggle as a DM. Because I'm just like, oh man, please give me more juicy details. I want to see where this goes. But like usually in that kind of situation, they know that they're role playing, and if there is a role to be had, they usually look back to me as like, can I have them roll this? And I'm just like, yeah, sure, go ahead. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah. And that's the thing, is like the DM was completely on this other like side of the table, like trying to resolve something else that was happening between two players, and literally told them role play amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Like
so
yeah, it's this not the same as being a controlling asshole.
Yeah. So there are a few things that this all has brought to mind, which is in homebrew games, I will let role playing go forever because it really is just arming the GM. I would say that I have learned a lot from doing as much streaming as I have. Lydia, half our Hermit, is a fantastic producer, and I learned a lot from her. I've learned a lot from the team over at Pixel Circus. I learned a lot from the team over at Gen Con, just in terms of production, just in terms of remembering that everything that we put on screen is for somebody to consume. So a lot of that colors the GMing in the Kingsguard, because it's just like, you all are fantastic. I want to put that role playing in a place where it's really going to be beneficial. So like deciding what to do can be interesting up until a certain point, but it's never going to be as interesting as when you have to make an emotional choice that chooses the future of like, you know, the world, or it's never going to be as interesting as like, the story beat that I know that is coming, where you've got a cycle dagger that creates and uncreates a unicorn. So it's just like it's the producer in my head that's talking, that makes a lot of the GM decisions in Kingsguard. And I highly recommend like reading up on production if you are going to GM a stream, because it really changes things for you.
And I've just from my own perspective, because my Friday show, I produce and I GM on that stream at the same time. And yeah, a lot of it is like, I know how to time and to pace a plot because of all the production work that I've done with you and with other people. It's like running production for a stream. Like, I know, okay, well, about this point, I need to make sure that there's sort of a logical end or some sort of twist at the halfway mark, so that way we can go into break on like a little mini cliffhanger that that'll get resolved in the second half of the show. But yeah, I learned all of that from watching you and watching other streams like this, and it's very beneficial to, and even because I've produced every single stream on this channel since inception, knowing that pacing and knowing the flow of how everything's supposed to go when you're running a stream is very important for when you're GMing for stream.
Yeah, that's one thing that I feel like that I'm gonna need to work on for switching from home game GMing to stream GMing. That is like, yes, I want the role play, but I need to change that role play into consumable role play that everyone will enjoy and that will make for a good story. But also at the same time does not subtract from what the players are trying to do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm sorry, I just keyed in on chat for a second. There was a guy that tried to tell my girlfriend to roll because he was casting charm on her character because she said no to something. I straight up told him no and was ready to boot him from the table. Some people need quality time with a clue by 4. Jesus Christ. I love our chat.
Yeah. Casting spells on your fellow players, unless it is in a fighting situation, or if it's going to buff them, not okay.
If a character says no to something, there is no reason why you should ever try to use Charm Person to turn that no into a yes. Unless that person's character specifically says, my character would go against this in every sense of the word. The only way that my character will be able to buy into this is if there is some sort of charm effect or a persuasive enough argument. You need to have that express consent, unless otherwise it's just
yeah. And I always tell people to also consider intent. There are some people that just don't. There's just some people that are just ignorant. Again, we come back to that, versus malicious. And generally, if you're making a decision out of ignorance or something like that, I will try and correct you in story, in character, in game. However, this seems like some malicious shit. That's when the characters come off and the GM shit comes off, and it's just like, hey, don't do that shit. I don't know who the fuck you think you are, but we don't do that here. Just don't fucking do that.
Don't.
Because sometimes people in character just make decisions that just don't make sense, or they're like trying to overthink things. It gets fucky. But yeah, this sounds like some malicious shit. And charm is one of those things. Like I told my players like outright, because Kingsguard is going to the Fey realm, which is notoriously fucky. This is a dangerous place, and this is with the Feywild and consent. like you have to be very careful as a team.
Yeah.
As a team. Because the whole point of the Feywild is to get you to accidentally consent to shit. And so you have to play that smart. It's really, the name of the game is do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's really all it comes down to when it comes to deciding what character you're gonna play, deciding what story you're gonna play, making sure you play that story in a way that's respectful, and setting up and reinforcing boundaries. It's just a matter of doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, I love the Feywild as a concept, but seeing how really the Feywild is very problematic if you really look at it. But it's rife with so much story potential. You have to do the work. You have to do the reading. You have to find supplement after supplement after supplement. You have to read it. You have to be thoughtful about it. And you have to be able to create an exit ramp at any time to protect your players.
Mm-hmm.
And talk to your players.
Because that is the key when dealing with any troublesome waters and your players. Always make sure there's an exit ramp. Make sure that you're talking to them, being transparent with them. And in terms of doing this as a producer and doing it in stream, it's like being able to, it's like jamming with other fellow musicians. If somebody messes up, just stay in the pocket. Like if the lead player is fucking up, I need the bassist to just keep on that rhythm, keep returning to one, and then we'll work our way out. But if somebody fucks up and everybody crumbles, or if the GM isn't paying attention, it is so like, okay, I'm gonna get in trouble for this probably.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fuck it. There was a very popular GM who did a big old in one of their streams. And one of the reasons that they did is because they were more in love with the story they were telling at the time than they were concerned about the safety of their players. The safety of your players always has to be first and foremost on your mind. You have to be willing to blow up your story to make sure that they're safe. And so, like, that's my key advice to anybody that's doing any kind of GMing, which is fuck your story. That's the first lesson. Fuck it. If you pay attention to the body language of your players. If somebody is squirrely, if somebody's not feeling it, toss an O check if you're unsure. Use the safety tools, throw out an O, and that'll be a way for them to tell you, I don't like this. But even before you toss out that O, you should be paying attention. And if the story is going somewhere that feels shaky and you see them start to flinch, blow it up. Blow it up immediately.
Yeet the story for safety. Thank you, Faye. You think you know who that is? Yes, it was some sort of thin spirit. Safety tools should have told the GM what the boundaries were and then never do those things. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. That is true. But a lot of the times, too, sometimes people don't put things on their lines and veils sheet. That sometimes people don't realize what a line is until it gets
to that point.
Like, I didn't realize that gaslighting was on my no-no square, was part of my no-no square until I had that happen to me in a game. Which is why check-ins and communications are super important. Like, even the GM's like, hey, this might go into this territory. Are you okay with that? And yeah, that's why the NO system does exist. Nikki, you're absolutely correct.
I mean, just for full transparency, there was an episode of Kingsguard that wasn't great. I was going too hard on the players. I didn't exactly tell them where they needed to go. They spent like half the episode trying to figure out where to go. It was a bog. It was a bust. It wasn't a great episode. I could tell it wasn't a great episode. I could see, looking at my players, that they weren't having fun. And it was a bummer. It happens. It happens in every game at some point. And if you've been in a game and it hasn't happened, God bless, because I have had bad sessions in every game that I've played. It's just part of the hobby. The way you handle that, however, is what weeds those bad episodes out. The way you handle that is how you grow as a party, as storytellers, as friends, which is one of the best pieces of advice I ever got was when I was in stand-up, which is, you're gonna bomb. It's not if you're gonna bomb, you're gonna bomb. That's the way of it. The more you bomb, the more you learn how to bomb. And funny enough, the best way to deal with bombing on stage is to call it out, because it's a communal experience. Everybody knows that I'm up here trying to tell you a joke and it's not working. You're not laughing. I'm not getting laughs. So I am now anxious because I realize that this is awkward. Mm-hmm. And funny enough, if you call out that awkwardness, it's easier to get out of the bomb. You still bombed, and you'll probably still bomb the rest of that set. But let's be honest about it, and let's call it what it is. So after that episode of Kingsguard, where essentially I ate a dick as a GM, after the episode was over, just we do our stars and wishes, and I was like, all right. So I fucked that one up. How can I not fuck it up like that again? What do y'all need from me so that we don't do this shit anymore? Because that wasn't fun to GM. It wasn't fun to play. And I don't think that translates into being fun to watch. Mm-hmm.
And gaming, welcome in.
Welcome. We were talking about what you do if you are in a game that or in a session that bombs. And so, we had that episode that didn't do well. And we talked it out. Part of the problem was I was putting them in difficult situations consistently. They didn't really have time to breathe. It was just like action. And I was doing that because I had my reasons. But again, the number one lesson of being a GM is, if your story comes at the cost of your players' enjoyment, then you have to your story, just toss it. What I had planned is not working, so let's find a way so I can get close to what I'm planning and still create a fun vibe for them. Mm-hmm. And luckily, I think we've struck that balance. Or at least y'all didn't tell me.
I absolutely agree. Well. Yeah. I know the episode that you're referring to. Yeah. It was a lot happening all at the same time.
Yeah. And I ate a big old dick.
And as players, we felt the same way. We were just like, we feel like we are just being pummeled and we are just taking the L after L here on this. We need to dial it in to a place where all of us are comfortable. The scrapped episode?
That episode is live.
That episode happened. That episode, there's a VOD. You can watch that.
Hey, this is a great way to get viewers. Watch all of Kingsguard to figure out which was the episode we ate a dick on. You can tell because the whole time I just have this fucking look on my face where it's just like, oh, darkness, my old friend. Okay, you can stop now. Stop.
No.
Was there a scrapped episode of Kingsguard? No.
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 We did all the ones we planned. I might have said there was more. Well, I might have said there was one more episode than there actually was in the season, but that's because I never GM sober.
I think there was. Did you guys end up like releasing that one that? Oh, hey Harper.
No.
Yeah, that episode. Harper knows what we're talking about.
Yeah. Wasn't there like an episode, like a session 0 or something
that's live. That's
you were gonna release, and then
it's the.
It was just
version.
confusion of whether or not you were gonna release it or not.
Yeah, it ended up getting
Yeah.
released. It is on the YouTube playlist. And yeah, it is the session 0. And the actual edited version of it is up on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Because there is a section
So
where we just didn't get around to editing.
Yeah, that's the confusion, Faye.
So I can explain. There was there was a proof of concept miniseries called Lonely Thrones, which led into Kingsguard. There was going to be a scrapped episode of Lonely Thrones, but we just ended up putting it out anyway. It was still good stuff. The audio quality, it wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be. The production quality wasn't exactly where I wanted it to be, which is why I fired myself as producer and gave it over to Anita for Kingsguard. Since then, I've become a better producer. I've upgraded the setup, and I've had much more practice. So, but I still don't recommend GMing and producing unless you have to. It's a lot. It's hard.
It is a lot easier now that I have my Stream Deck. Literally changed my life as a producer.
Sponsor us, Elgato. We have your stuff.
Yeah.
We need it.
Hey Elgato, if you want to send me a stream deck, that'd be nice.
Yeah, they're a lot smaller than I thought they would be. You can see this is where all my stupid sounds are.
My Discord's blowing up, despite being in.
I know, right? You're so popular.
Yeah, you want to? Hey Elgato, you want to give me a stream deck so I can?
I was lucky enough to get mine
streams
secondhand
and stuff?
for a little bit cheaper, so it was. But just the fact that I can switch to things by pressing a button is pretty amazing to me.
Yeah,
I hate you for that one. What are you talking about? Go check your Discord.
Yeah, just
check
go
it.
check your Discord real quick.
It's blowing up.
Mhm.
And this is how you get people to leave your stream.
Genuinely confused me for a second.
I swear to God, I'm just going to randomly press that button in every stream I'm in until I die. Just to fuck with people.
Mine is always muted.
Yeah, because I want you to not be sure that it's muted, you know?
Mhm.
Permanently on Do Not Disturb. The sound gives me anxiety.
You're evil. Am I evil, or do you need to check your Discord?
Sound
Hey man,
effects.
check those
sorry,
settings. Check those settings twice.
I'm
make
gonna
sure that's
stop now. People are gonna actually start to get triggered. but I guess this section of the show has just been making sure that we stress that if you're gonna be a GM, the safety of your players comes first and foremost. Be willing to eat your story.
Monster.
And, what are you all talking about? I think something went wrong with your computer.
Joke's on you. I got a Mac.
Yes.
Mr. Enigma.
Ooh, I like Mr. Enigma. That
No,
makes
I don't
me
like
sound
that at all.
that makes me sound sexy. Like
I
I'm
don't.
motherfucking
No,
Mr. Enigma.
I don't like it at all.
On your bullshit today.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Today?
Always. Forever. Eternally.
Always on that bullshit.
I don't know what you talk about. You can miss me with that bullshit like I'm Ultra Instinct Goku. Yeah, you thought I was gonna do the sound, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Psych. I mute every I should show y'all how many fucking servers I'm on.
It's too many.
It's too many. It's too many. And it's not great for me. Because I have some work stuff that I need to pay attention to.
That's why I love folders.
Yeah.
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 I've got a folder for streamy buddies. I've got a folder for game discords. And I've got the most important ones are at the top, like Critical Misses and Noir server.
Yeah.
I don't really do anything on my server. I should though.
I mean, you've been doing your Magpie stuff through there.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of the CPP stuff, which I have a game today that I've been doing. Speaking of, holy fuck, the Avatar Legends Kickstarter.
Hell,
Yeah.
What?
it got to like 1 million within 12 hours.
It got to
Even
1 million
shorter.
within 30 minutes.
Yeah. No, yeah. It was 30 minutes.
Yeah, it
God.
was just
That was
you
ridiculous.
motherfuckers really wanted your Avatar because, whoo, boy,
What's it sitting at right now?
Oh God, I'm scared to
5.5.
check.
Million?
It was at 5.3 yesterday.
Yeah, it's at 5.5
Yeah.
million. If you want the number in Canadian, it sounds a lot more impressive. It's at close to 7 million Canadian.
We only do currency that matters.
Holy crap!
I
haven't-
on my way.
I mean,
I have a plane ticket. I am gonna come to your house.
Hey!
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
I mean, it makes sense from like all the time that I haven't looked at the Kickstarter, but damn, it's at 5.5 million now.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
ridiculous. It is truly ridiculous.
Did they hit all the stretch goals already? Have they been just coming out with more?
I think so. Like, what the and I gotta tell you, I'm in the Magpie CPP program, so we run sessions of Avatar Legends for people. So I've played this game a lot. Like it's a lot, and
I think they ran out of stretch goals.
And I have to tell you, more and more people are playing this, and a lot of the people that are playing this are absolutely brand new.
Yeah.
To TTRPGs. So it's big. It's a lot. It's heavy. It's heavy. And it's a fun system. It's a really fun system. I highly recommend playing it. I may be setting up to do some streamed games of this, but it's a fun system. It deserves the love it's getting.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad though, because at the same time, Tales of Exadia is coming out, and that is a TTRPG based on the Dragon Prince franchise, and they're not going the Kickstarter route. So like they're just, I mean, maybe eventually they'll do the Dragon Prince Kickstarter, but Avatar Legends is just dominating the space right now.
Oh yeah.
And so like Tales of Exadia, it doesn't have that much room to breathe. And like I just feel like they're gonna be compared to each other because they're coming out so close, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I don't think anyone
That's
could have
always the trouble.
expected the response to the Avatar Legends Kickstarter. Like, I think they just have to keep adding things on. Like,
oh, I saw this coming a fucking mile away. It's Avatar, baby.
That's fair.
Who doesn't want to get that sweet bending going? That shit is dope as shit. I'm just glad to be fucking attached to it in any way that I am, because God, I love Avatar. I love the stories that you tell. I love the world, and And Powered by the Apocalypse is absolutely the right system for this, because I could not see this being done in any other system. And I promise I'm not just saying that because I'm a paid shill. I'm a paid shill, but I'm not saying it because I am one. I'm telling you that's generally how I think about the system. It's really smooth. There are a few hiccups that I would say in the combat, but that's gonna be something that can be that's something that once the full system comes out, I'm more than sure they're gonna smooth out. But as it stands now, it's really nice. Oh God! If you haven't had a chance to play it, download the Quick Start Guide, get some friends together, and play it. Or go to Magpie and book the CPP game.
I was so excited to be able to be one of the few people to play test it, and it was really fun. I got to play with D, running it. We had our little crew doing it. It was really fun.
Yeah, I got to sneak in to a playtest with Noir as the GM.
It's a fun system. And I'm excited that there's another system that's getting this much shine. Because I feel like this is going to be a lot of people's gateway into TTRPG, and everybody's always talking about something like D&D will never be able to be taken down. Blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't believe that. I think that this is going to be a wonderful gateway into Powered by the Apocalypse, and then ultimately somebody's going to want to play something a little bit more mature, and then you've got Urban Shadows version 2 coming out right around the corner, and that's a whole nother level of lit. And then like if you want to do like there's a Powered by the Apocalypse game literally for everything that you could want.
You want to play a telenovela? You can play Pasiones de los Pasiones.
I knew somebody's gonna bring up Passions. But I think this is going to expose enough people to Powered by the Apocalypse where it's going to be viable. It's going to be viable for actual plays. Like, who doesn't want to watch a story set in the Avatar universe? Like, who doesn't want that?
Who doesn't want that story to happen in their head? I want to take it with your friends.
I'm done. I will tell you this story though. During one of my play tests, there is a playbook called The Successor. And what the Successor playbook is all about is that essentially you come from a powerful lineage, like a family or a gang or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And as part of that, you get to choose what got your family to be that powerful in the first place and what they're reaching out and branching into, right? Like, you know, we were a criminal family, but now we're getting into business or the politics, or we started off a political family and now we're getting into technology or elite academics, whatever, right? So that's the first part of that playbook. The second part is you get to choose 2 resources that your family has ample access to that you could dip into. Like, there's like cash, muscle. During one of the earlier versions of Avatar Legends, one of the resources was vegetables and livestock, right? And so we had someone who played the son of the Cabbage Man. And when I tell you that this character wreaked havoc in my game, I mean it, and it was the best thing ever, because like we get pitches to run during the CPP, like established stories that you can take part in. This player was like, nah, we not doing that. What we doing is we finding every monument to the Avatar and we destroying it in the name of my father. And I was just like, gang, let's go. It was dope watching this one player come in with the concept so pure and hilarious, and watching them corrupt the rest of the playing party into like being staunch anti-Avatar like a hate mob. It was so fucking dope. I loved it. But yeah, that
then you get
can tell
people-
really.
Yeah.
Go
Then you
ahead.
get people like me who come in and decide to make exploding teapots a thing.
You can do a lot of crazy stuff in this system. This is basically what we're trying to tell you, and you should play it. I mean, I don't need to tell you. The Kickstarter is already at 5.5 million. So chances are, if you're seeing this, you're already down the cloud. So that's awesome. Are there any other systems that we're looking forward to? Because I know that I'm looking forward to Urban Shadows
Urban
version 2.
Shadows. Oh, it looks so good.
I mean, I've been just writing / searching for a good superhero system that I have not played before.
There's a
Because
couple, yeah.
like I played Masks. It's very hard for me not to just do my story in Masks. I just know it really well, and
Yeah.
I really like Masks, but I want to try something new. I didn't realize that the Marvel 616 was coming out in like 2023.
Yeah.
I was like, that's too far. That's too far away.
I want to play it so bad.
Monty Cook has a Kickstarter right now that I'm interested in seeing.
I think I did see an email about that. I think I got an email about that.
Yeah, it's The Devil Made Us Do It.
Oh yeah, Latia has an actual play with that looks really good. Like
Yeah.
you control the world with lies or some shit.
Yeah, you control the world
Like-
with lies and misinformation because you're like an elite team of super spies. You are international super spies.
Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking no.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Super spies!
I have this book. Where is it?
I have Savage Worlds, that I have just not read it.
The Into the
But I know there's like
yeah, that's also
there's a
coming
whole
out soon.
superhero setting in it.
You know, I think we talked to her. Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
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 Nothing. Yeah, I don't know where you were going. I missed it. Anyways,
Pay no attention to the man behind the mirror.
Suspicion.
Savage Worlds is an interesting system. I haven't really had the chance to play yet. I was having a hard time finding like a horror RPG that actually had good options for, or like sanity mechanics.
I haven't played a hard game that I really liked.
I'm actually
Other
very
than-
much enjoying Fear Itself.
I mean, Call of Cthulhu is fun, but I haven't played Fear Itself. I want to give that a try.
Wow.
Like,
Eh.
one of the main reasons why I want to
Get the fuck up, Ryan!
like
Get this man out of the chat! Get this man out of the
get them
chat!
out of here. Get them out of
Get
here.
them outta
Shut it
here.
down.
Delete that
He's a
message!
street-
Delete that message!
Delete it.
He knows too much! Get him out of here!
Flash ban!
I can't wait until like a year later when we come back to this episode like, oh!
But like one of the reasons why I want to play a superhero show, like do a superhero TTRPG show, is that at least from the ones that I've been in, and this is not to like just to say is like
This isn't downplaying any of the games that
is
you've been in.
yes, this is not downplaying any of the games I've been in. This is not downplaying any of the games that I've seen. There wasn't very much like a saving mechanic.
Mm.
Like, yes, there were civilians there, and we kind of like, all right, go over there. I'm gonna go punch them. And like, I kind of want to do a reskin of Kids on Bikes, or just kind of like have that mechanic,
like Kids in Capes.
Is that a thing? I've been trying to
Yes,
search for
you're
it.
friends with people that are developing it.
That's what I've been trying to search for it. I was like, I swear to God, Kids in Capes exist. Where the hell is it?
It doesn't exist yet. It's
Okay.
being developed on Hunters Entertainment by
Gotcha.
quite a few of the people. Well, quite a few people that you know.
All right, cool. Because I thought I was going crazy because I was like trying to search on Google for Kids in Capes. I was like,
And all you
this
get is the image
exists.
results.
Right.
Wow.
This exists, right? This exists, and like literally nowhere. I was like, where the fuck did I hear Kids in Capes? Where? Okay, it's good to know that I wasn't going crazy.
No, you're very much not crazy.
But like, I want to do what Abria did for Misfits of Magic, that having those split decision kind of situations in which no one can help you. One person saw this and is like, split decision, and that is like, hey, you gotta save that person. Like, that person is in danger. You gotta go save them. Because like, yeah, I just haven't seen a lot of heroes doing, like, heroes are doing heroic stuff, but it's just that heroes haven't been doing the base heroic stuff, you know?
Right.
Like, it's like, I mean, I'm not gonna make people go and save a cat from a tree.
Why not?
Like, I
It's
mean,
very cute.
maybe. It's very cute. It is very cute. But like, it's just like, I haven't played a game in which I felt like the civilians were in true danger.
Okay, no, I get what you're saying. And you know what? Now that you bring it up, you make a really good point in the sense that saving people is like something that is not really taken into account in most superhero TTRPG games. Yeah, it's really more about fighting. To Bo explains it perfectly. It's like one of those early criticisms of superhero movies. The heroes do the big fight, the supervillain stuff, but not the keeping the people safe stuff. That's why I like Superman, because Superman's whole priority in the comic books, not the movies, or the comic or the TV shows, or some of the new comics that I think about it.
What
But
do you mean?
it used to be
Superman keeps that single family safe by snapping Zod's neck.
we are not going to get into anything that Zack Snyder has done with superheroes, because I have to talk this way because I am doing my best to stay fucking calm, but the more I think about it,
Hey, Man of Steel, add some color. Like, saturate them colors, please.
please, we have to stop this, because I don't know how long I can contain the
Anyways,
monster.
one of the
that
things
is
that you really like
inside
about
me.
Superman in the comics, at
Fucking
least,
flew through his goddamn family silo of fucking grain that they spent all year
Someone redeemed
to punch
Hydrate.
him
Someone
in the
redeem
fucking
Hydrate.
face,
Someone redeem Hydrate.
yelling, "You think you can threaten my mother?" And then he threw the dude into a train yard full of gasoline and watched half of Smallville explode. And then he fought in a Denny's. I'm really trying.
hydrate and stretch.
Nora,
Hydrate and stretch.
hydrate.
I don't think Hydrate can stop this. You motherfuckers that open the floodgate. Why would he fucking make out with Lois Lane in the middle of fucking 9/11? He's kissing on Lois Lane. It's just fucking. Do you bleed? He fucking quote motherfucking shit, and then Joss Whedon motherfucker. How do you fuck up Superman and now they want to turn him black? Oh.
Deep breath, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath.
Fucking, then they give him ice breath in the next movie. He couldn't freeze the heat vision to get the family the fuck out. He couldn't think of nothing but to snap a motherfucker's neck. How did he even figure out how to snap a motherfucker's neck? No way. You mean to tell me he fought all the other Kryptonians and not one of the Kryptonians thought maybe we should snap this motherfucker's neck? I just hate this I hate this movie so hard. They have a healing factor. If he got his neck snapped, he would just heal because he's still in sunlight. I hate this so much.
Deep breath. Deep breath.
They've had penis-shaped rockets. I just everything about and then they hired Zack Snyder again. There's nothing white people can do to get fired. They can't get fired.
Plus wisdom to save to chill.
Yeah, to chill? You fucking, you know what? Here, I left the DC because I'm gonna try it. I got a +2, and I'll give myself the benefit of a +1 for wisdom. I wrote a 3, so back to it. They fucking hired him for 3 movies. Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and then Justice League. Are you fucking kidding me? He fucked it up 3 times, and then they wanted to keep it. And then you got these stupid motherfuckers saying the Snyderverse. What Snyderverse? There's nothing that goddamn sense. I fucking hate this shit so hard. And now we've got the Suicide Squad in a fucking just floating in a multiverse that doesn't exist with any other movie. Is it part of the same? Is it part of the same universe as the Justice League or not? Nobody knows anymore. And now we've got Edward Cullen being Batman. Is that part of the Justice League universe? We don't know. And now we've got the Insult National Anthem, the Joker movie. Is that part of the fucking DC cinematic universe? We're just doing shit now. We just doing shit and we don't even fucking know if there's a goddamn plan. We're just fucking just coming out with movies. We just gonna find a way to show Harley Quinn's butt cheeks and just put it on a poster, and then we're gonna sell a movie. Fuck DC. It's so easy not to fuck up, but they find every way to fuck up. They're like the Chicago Bears before they drafted Justin Fields. It's just like, just do one thing right. Do one thing right. And they did the one thing right. They did Shazam, and I'm like, okay, maybe there's a chance. But now they want a Black Adam movie starring The Rock that doesn't have anything to do with Shazam. Why? Anybody tell me why? I'm like Bone Thugs and Harmony out here. None of this shit makes sense. How do you fuck up Superman? Henry Cavill is begging y'all to just give him a script. Just give him a decent script so he can be a good Superman one time. One time. That's all Henry Cavill was. Look, he's killing it as Garou. We can't give him a good Superman script? How about this? There is a fucking fire. Superman flies up and he blows out the fire and he goes in there and he's like, are y'all okay? And they go, yeah, roll credits. That would be better than every other Superman movie we've gotten because it's just disaster poured on crack and Batman just murdering people. He's got a Gatling gun on the fucking Batmobile. Batman, the guy whose whole deal is, I don't like guns, was like, but you know what? Put a 50 cal on my mobile Corvette tank. Fuck this shit. Okay.
Best thing about the Suicide Squad was Sebastian.
And Kingster Shark. And
I was able to put it back. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry that happened.
Can we agree that the music in Man of Steel was pretty lit, though?
I love the music in Man of Steel. Hans Zimmer is a genius, even though he plays the same chord progression over and over and over again.
But yeah,
I think we chuckered Noir out.
Sphinx,
I try not to let that side out of me too much.
To go back to what you were saying before, like I want the super heroics.
All right,
I also want the close to like the interpersonal with the civilians that you're in the city that you're sworn to protect, or the world that you're sworn to protect. So, you know, just having both of those is the essentials of being a superhero.
Right. That's why the Superman TV show is so good.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
It's really
Lois.
good. It's really good.
I just finished The Flash.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
You mean the show where
I
every
can
problem
give-
can be solved by running fast?
I
No,
can
not
give
that fast.
you-
Faster.
I can give you an answer for another question that you had a different time.
Yeah.
Who is the one celebrity that no bars, no reason you'll scrap with?
Hands on sight.
Hands on sight.
Yeah.
For me, Jordan Fisher.
Who's Jordan Fisher?
He's a singer. He's an actor. He was in The Flash. He was Impulse in The Flash.
Oh yeah, he's got a very punchable face.
See, the thing is, he's done absolutely nothing to me. Jordan Fisher has done absolutely nothing to me except exist.
Y'all look like y'all could be related.
That's the problem.
There can
That's
only
the
be one.
problem. He's too closely. There's too many similarities, and he's just a better version of me, and I can't accept that. I cannot accept that. We need a scrap. We need a fight. It's on site. And
I didn't want to say it, but he looks like you as a Super Saiyan.
it's on site with Jordan Fisher. I gotta fight him. That is the one actor that I see on screen and I just get angry for no reason. I don't care about his acting credentials. I don't care about his singing. I don't care about any of that. It's on site with him.
He's better. He's a better me is such a valid criticism.
Oh my god.
It is on.
Like if we made a movie about you, I would cast him.
No, I don't.
Cast him for the Hoocha Kid biopic.
Oh my god. I mean, hey,
And then you get to this
spo-
portion of the life story.
spoilers for the Flash. I'm sick. Spoilers
I
for
don't
the
plan on
latest
finishing it
season of
off.
the Flash.
Oh, he's
There's a-
Seahawk.
Yeah, that is another thing. I didn't know he was Seahawk. When I learned that he was Seahawk, that made my anger spike.
I feel like he got that role just to piss you off.
He got that role to spite me. I have been told that it's like, hey, other than Bo, you kind of match up with Seahawk. And I'm like, cool, all right, maybe I'll do a Seahawk cosplay one day. And then someone told me that Jordan Fisher was Seahawk. I will never cosplay as Seahawk. I have never cosplayed as Seahawk. Out of spite, I will never cosplay as Seahawk.
Oh my god, you can pull it off too, is the thing.
I will never do it now. Just because Jordan Fisher plays Seahawk, I will. And it also bothers me too, because I was like, when I saw Jordan Fisher as Impulse in The Flash, I was like, I can never be Impulse now. I can't do it. I can never do it.
Just on principle.
Just on principle, I can never be Impulse.
And you would
it's-
kill that cosplay too. It's the thing.
Exactly.
When I
Like,
was a teenager, everyone kept telling me I looked like Chris Angel, and I could not ever like Chris Angel ever again.
Nikki, I don't like Jordan Fisher because he's too much like me. He's a better version of me. And
I'm gonna say
he's
a better
ruining-
version of
He's a better version of me, and he's ruining cosplays for me.
Real quick, AJ, could you just yell adventure?
Adventure.
Oh my god, you gotta do it.
No, on principle, I cannot. There was a point in the show in Flash in which Impulse got comatose, and I was happy. Oh,
I feel like we found something very deep down within you, AJ.
God, like this is literally the only celebrity that I have beef with.
For no reason.
Personal beef for no reason.
No reason. Whatsoever.
Like Jordan Fisher, probably a nice guy.
Nikki
Probably
really,
a nice guy. He's
really wants you to be Seahawk now.
like
AJ had some deep emotions that need. I think that's the theme of this episode. Is everyone just has like deep emotions that they need to be let out.
I don't have deep emotions about anything.
Sure, Noir.
Go back to the 10-minute highlight of you screaming at the camera. Literally 5 minutes ago.
What? He blacked out for that one.
That's true.
I really don't remember it. I just
that was some deep.
See, the thing is that like
It's true. You did give one fuck earlier this stream.
yeah, and that was my last one.
Yeah.
I'm all out now.
See, the thing is that I know for a fact that one of you motherfuckers for my birthday are gonna get a cameo from Jordan Fisher to send to me, and I will hate you for the rest of your life.
So my coffee link is in the chat somewhere. If you want to help me save up enough money to get Jordan Fisher to send a cameo to AJ, just saying there can be only one. Like,
Oh my god.
oh my god, I would pay for that.
I think he lives in New York too, and I'm just like, it's not. This is
The coffee
I
link's
bet
back
he-
in chat.
I bet he likes deep dish pizza.
I mean, more of the reasons to throw hands. You're adding fuel to the fire, Noir.
We gonna go to a convention one day to do Kingsguard Live. It's just gonna be like with your special guest, Jordan
It's gonna take.
Can we just talk for a second about how excited we all are for Gen Con?
Oh,
I am
So
terribly
excited.
excited for Gen
so
Con.
excited! I'm so excited to see people.
Safely.
There's a lot of
Safely.
There's apparently a lot of people from TikTok that are gonna be there as well.
Oh my god.
That I'm just like, oh, huh, okay. I'm really excited. It's a month away.
It is.
Yeah.
Like almost it is exactly a month away.
Like,
Can I tell y'all how much of a bum I am? So I'm working for Gen Con 2020. Like I have a show that I'm doing. And we're still waiting for official word on if we're gonna get Morning Ritual live. I got some insider information that the information should be coming within the next week. But if y'all want to keep that pressure on, the hashtag is Morning Ritual Live, and send it to @GenCon. Let them know that y'all still want us to be there. But I got a show that I'm doing for Gen Con, and I still haven't bought my ticket.
oh my god, Noir.
I need to get on there.
Yes.
I need to buy a bag.
Do you have a Gen Con account?
Probably.
Okay. Cool.
You're not buying my ticket. We'll handle this off the air. I will fight you.
Yeah. All right. I'm excited for Gen Con to see you guys, and then I'm going to Anime NYC in November to see like some anime TikTokers as well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun time.
I'm very
It's just gonna be a fun time. I'm very excited to actually meet.
actually
everyone.
like see you in like the real world is gonna be wild.
I don't know that I like that. I'll be like, I'm not impressed. I would just be an asshole to everybody.
Anita, it's been a long time coming. We've been friends for like a year and a half.
Like, I thought you'd be taller. You know what? Actually, let me just get this out of the way right now. I'm short as fuck. If I catch one person that sees me in real life and goes, "I thought you'd be taller," I'm swinging on you immediately. I've told you motherfuckers that I'm short. No, you're not. Yeah, no, it's impossible. I am eeny weeny, teeny weeny, little bit.
Are you 5 foot?
Yeah.
You're 5 foot?
I'm taller than 5 foot.
Yeah.
They're 5'5".
Yeah, 5'5".
Okay.
I'm 5'4". I'm slightly smaller.
4, 5, 6.
Hey, we look like a wireless signal. I'm actually buying my ticket.
Noir, I was expecting someone more like Jordan Fisher.
Noir will definitely catch those hands if those words utter out of his mouth.
I don't think I'm that bogus. Even for me, I was like, damn, that's savage. Jesus Christ. Bo out here swinging for the fences.
Noir will be like, I was expecting someone more like Jordan Fisher. Where'd you get that bat?
What do you do with that bat? How come you're swinging that bat? Why is this bat coming towards my face? Ow! Oh, God.
Where am I?
What's happening here?
My head hurts.
Did I see Jordan Fisher?
You just have
I guess he could.
It's like that when you get hit in a cartoon, but it's like little Jordan Fishers running around as Impulse.
I was just about to be like, I guess he could control his impulses.
Oh my God.
What if I text you at Gen Con with, I thought you'd be taller? I'm gonna find where you are and I'm gonna deliver these hands express. But yo, we have been going for 4 whole ass hours. So I think it's time that we land the plane.
Yeah.
Because I am getting hungry.
You got a game later.
That's fair. I need to have a game later.
I do have a game later. As a 6'3" person, I have no height expectations from others. Can I borrow some of your height? Do you need
you got some to spare?
Do you need all 6 feet and 3 inches of that height?
Just give me like 3 of those inches. And then so you can just be an even
if I could borrow 6 inches, wait. I said what I said.
That's what you wish for.
Yeah, I just need.
Do we want to do the last question, which is
okay? You do the last question.
Something that if you could add to 6th edition. Do I need to bring up the alt account bar?
Hey, I only need 3 inches.
So. Do you have something that you would add to 6th edition, or I actually came up with one. It's a little chaotic, but I think it's gonna work.
Okay, let's hear it.
I
don't like it. I'm just kidding.
I'm sure that if I post this on TikTok, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of dude bros in my comments telling me that I don't know how to play the game. But why don't we just roll for the stat modifier? Like when we do character creation, why don't we just roll for the modifier instead? Roll it like a D4 -1 or a D6 -1. And I mean, you're supposed to be heroes at like the peak of your influence and caliber. Like, rolling a D6 -1 gets you a range of 10 to 20. Rolling a D4 gets you 10 to 16. So you could do like a lower powered campaign or whatever. But just do that, and then the characters that you get are
Honestly,
equally powered.
I much prefer no racial bonuses and rolling 1d6 for modifier for stats instead.
The d6 minus 1?
Yeah, d6 minus 1.
Yeah. Yeah, roll a d6 minus 1 7 times or 6 times, and then you'll get your stats. Because that's the thing, too, is like the main numbers themselves don't really hold any precedent in the system. Like, only in very specific circumstances, like initiative, do they actually come into play. So just roll for the modifiers. You do like the negative modifiers are good for roleplay sometimes, but
I would. So here's how you could. This is interesting. All right, so you've got your modifier rolling die. So you got 6 of those, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your 6d6 minus 1.
Yeah.
I would say if you want, I would give an incentive to roll humble dice. So for every humble dice you roll, you would get some sort of boon. And a humble dice would be a d4 that you would roll and you would subtract from one of your 1d6 plus
from one of your stats
minus ones. So that way you can get a negative if you want. And there's a little bit of incentive, and it wouldn't be like anything major, like an extra feat or something, but it would be something interesting story-wise.
I like that idea. AJ, what do you think? What say you?
I mean, the first thing that really came to mind was that give something more to the artisan tools.
More weight on those?
Yeah, because like the most artisan tools we'll see is thieves' tools for most of the time for rogues.
Yeah.
We'll see a disguise kit every so often. Alchemist supplies.
Yeah, I actually have a character that uses a healer's kit and alchemist supplies fairly often.
And I feel like having some kind of built-in mechanic to encourage using your artisan tools more often would just put up that worth for them.
So I've actually thought of this.
Oh, okay.
And one of the things that I feel like 5th edition is missing that 3.5 had was you could create magic items in 3.5 and you kind of can't in 5th edition. So I have a system that I'm working on that's called projects, which is if you work on a project, depending on the tools of proficiency, let's say you have woodworking, which is like a proficiency that you can have in 5th edition, but there's really no reason to have it. You can initiate a project. Let's say you wanted to make a bow. Well, the project for a bow costs you it costs you your proficiency worth of days. So let's say that you are at 3 proficiency. It costs you 3 days to make a regular bow. So that means that it essentially costs you 3 long rests to make a bow. So essentially you would say, oh, during my long rest, I'm working on this project. And we would mark it down. So long rest, boom, you're working on your bow. Long rest, boom, you're working on your bow. 3rd long rest, boom, your bow is done. To make a +1 bow, it would be 3. It would be your proficiency times half your level worth of project days. And then it would be doubled for a +2, and it would be doubled for a +3. So let's say your proficiency is 3, and that would make you level. Oh my God, I can't fucking think of this right now. But anyway, the long and short of it is you could then make magic weapons. Or if you're a cobbler, you can make magic shoes. Or if you're a leather worker, you can make leather armor or racers and so on and so forth. So it gives you a reason to take these tools.
Yeah.
It just costs you long rest and probably some gold. We'll figure out the gold part, but so far I just wanted it to be that long rest isn't just you getting spells back, but it gives you a reason to roleplay some stuff. So during my long rest, I'm working on a bow, you come talk to me, you're working on your project, and we could just have a conversation while we're working on our stuff.
Yeah.
Unintended consequences of Bo's name. Hearing people talk about bows makes their ears perk up.
I'm so sorry.
Because like that would be great, especially for characters that are like elves, because they only need to sleep for 4 hours or trance for 4 hours, and like most of the time those last 4 hours are standing watch. A lot of people are gonna be messing with stuff while they're standing watch and stuff. And like I
don't think downtime as a mechanic gets used often enough in games.
Yeah, downtime is not used. That's the word I was looking
like. There's
for.
a carousing table, but the carousing table barely comes into play.
Yeah,
in a lot of campaigns, at least that I've been in.
And like I've never like. That was also kind of like another thing that I didn't really get into with D&D, was component spell casting. Because usually most of the time whenever I play a caster, it's usually having an arcane focus. Because that just makes things simpler, except for like Revivify, because
you need those diamonds.
But like I've never played any, well, I mean, also partially just because I only usually play martial classes, but whenever I did play a caster, I didn't really mess with components. And like I feel like I want to, but also it's like, it's kind of like that whole thing is like we don't really have downtime, and like I don't want to do a
5-day pub crawl instead of like actually something constructive.
Yeah. Exactly. So I guess for addition of 6E, like a better mechanic for downtime and tool use.
Hell yeah. I'm here for it.
I think that is a good enough place for us to wrap it up. We're like on a nice sort of cool down slide. We're chill now.
Despite how hot it is outside.
It is very hot outside. And I'm wearing a sweater right now. Why am I wearing a sweater?
It's a crop top sweater?
It is a crop sweater.
So
yeah. I mean,
Noir, off the air, Noir, off the air.
Not.
Contain your honey for when we are off stream.
Everybody shut up.
I didn't get it. Oh, there you go.
All right, so it's time to go. Are there any projects you would like to tell the people about?
Yeah, just my usual ones. The first Wednesday of every month, I am over on Misty Mountain Legends doing Fallon Friends, where I play your cool bro cleric / warlock halfling named Doltz Fitzgerald. Do I like weird names for my characters? Yes. It's not a thing.
You kind of made it a thing.
Eugene Festerferger. I'll never forgive you for that.
Name your king.
I'm trying to look at my notes to see if I have anything else.
Hidden Magic's over on Chaotic Pod's channel.
Once we figure out our
schedule again for that. Hidden Magic's back on Chaotic Pod, where I play, your normal bugbear fighter Keon. Nothing strange about him. No secrets whatsoever. He's completely normal. I don't know what you're talking about. Everyone else is weird. Not to brag, but Tuesdays, we got this stream thing that we go on for the best esports team you have ever seen. It's the club. Yeah. Along with my teammates Milan and D, we go through all the games, all wins every day, no losses. Do not check the VOD because, like I said, do not check the VODs. We win. There's no point. We just told you what happens. We win. And I'm doing this whole thing backwards. I'm AJ, also known as Hoosha Kid. You can find me on the 3 T's of social media, Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok as Hoosha_Kid. You can hire me as a video editor, and I'm an aspiring voice actor, transcriber. If you need someone to be a horrifying Mickey Mouse, I got you. If you need someone to just say, oh, bother, like Winnie the Pooh, I got you. Like, what you need? Tell me what you need. Noir, don't shake your head. You can never escape the mouse. Look at me. Look at me. Dog.
Okay.
Noir, who are you? Where can we
I
find
don't
you?
know why that makes me so uncomfortable. Just stop.
Because it's personalized, Noir.
God, that's gross. Make it stop.
Make it stop by doing your outro.
Right. Hi, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me all over the internet as the TTRPGs. That's Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. I could really use some support on Twitch. I'm getting ready to stream again, and there's been a hate brigade targeting creators of color. So if you can go and show me some love by giving me a follow over on Twitch, I'd really appreciate it. I've got a Drunk Gundam stream going on tomorrow at 5 p.m. where I'm going to be building this Gundam while drinking lots of vodka. You can actually pay bits for me to drink vodka or pay bits to force me to drink water, because I will not drink water otherwise. Other than that, tomorrow you can also find me on WebDM's Twitch channel for Faded Sun, where I play a spicy Spock. It's always a good time whenever I have a chance to play with Daisy. You can also find me on Mondays over on Follow Black Cats Gaming for Cursed Captains of Cthulhu, where I play a pirate exorcist by the name of Papa Sadsoul. It's a good time. I'm in makeup and a whole lot of it. Then on Wednesdays, you can find me over on Fae Forced Academy for Scarlet Citadel. Oh, also tomorrow, what am I talking about? I completely forgot. You can find me on Carney Sideshow for our pajama party. I'm going to be in pajamas being interviewed. So I'm going to be on the other side of this thing where people are asking me questions, and I'm going to try not to make an ass of myself. So tomorrow's a pretty loaded day. In the morning, you find me over Carney Sideshow. Then you can find me on Faded Suns. And then we're ending the night with the Drunk Gundam. So you can see me waking up, being up, and then going to sleep. Wednesday, Fae Forest Academy. And then
Thursday on
You
do a show.
Hour later.
You have a show on? You have a show on?
Oh, yes. On Thursday mornings, you can find me over on Pixel Circus for Trouble in Techburg. That's our Kids on Bike game. We have an incredible cast. Kaylee, Bray, wow, I've just shit the bed. Sharif Jackson, Mishu, and the kids. I'm tired. I'm gonna take a nap after this.
Yeah.
But you should definitely check it out. It's 10 in the morning. over on Pixel Circus. Go show Pixel Circus some love. They're an extremely amazing channel run by Sage, who is fantastic. Other than that, that's me. I'm gonna go sleep after this. Oh no, I'm not, because the Bears are playing, and I need to see my boy Chester Fields. So after that, then I'm gonna go to sleep. No, I'm not. I gotta run Avatar. But then after that, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not. I gotta go to Target and get pajamas. But after that, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Hi, I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. You can find me here most times because this is my channel. You can find me here on Fridays for the horror game that I run called, why am I blanking on it? The Growing of the Dim. You can also find me back here again on Morning Ritual for more of this. Our guest next week is Chris from the Roll Together Twitch channel.
Gang, gang.
They're awesome. But yeah, that is us for today.
I also just want to shout out my lovely partner, Kelsey. Hey. Her commissions are now open. You can find them on crochet_BBY on Twitter. Get yourself a bee like this. Look at this. This is a bumblebee. And also, they made me this wonderful cloak that I wear for Eugene.
Oh, I didn't know she made that. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, they made it. They kept it a secret and made it for me.
And then did TikToks. Sneaky TikToks.
So, but yeah, so you can get cool stuff like that and embroideries and other fiber art. Just go to their Twitter. In their bio, they have a link to go for commissions.
Yeah, seriously, Kelsey is one of the most talented role players and crafters I've ever seen. So definitely go show some love, show some support. Oh my God, that's awesome. I want one. I mean, go show dollars.
Go show dollars and support. All right, everybody, we're going to head out of here. Thank you all so much for stopping by. We're going to do a raid into our stream partners over on Dragon's Duel. They have one of their signature shows on at the moment. But yeah, thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We love you. You're wonderful. And we'll talk to you again soon. But until next time, the ritual has concluded. Bye, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.